helpers.
Jersey Cow, a great place for the family to hang out and eat ice cream. Northfield and Absecon locations are open every day from noon till 10 p.m. and Brigantine is open 2 to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Come with family and friends while cozying up with a cone next to our heaters. Enjoy seasonal winter flavors like peppermint stick, peppermint bark, and winter barn. At Jersey Cow, everything is homemade, small batch, right here in South Jersey with only the best ingredients. Ice cream is a year-round thing at Jersey Cow.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Isn't it about time for somebody's favorite radio program? Yeah!
97.3 ESPN presents The Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
When I'm driving, I got a guy on the radio who talks to me. I can't see him, but he talks to me.
Now, live from inside the Ocean Casino Resort Studio, here's Mike Gill.
Allen puts a man in motion. Allen looks. He's back. He's firing, and it is incomplete. The Eagles win. The Eagles win. Now there's 5 seconds on the clock, but the Eagles are going to win. He threw a pass for Shakir, and it wasn't even close.
There's always things to clean up when you come out of a football game. But if you come out of a football game where you win on the road, again, in a hostile environment, man, they got really good fans. Against a really good football team that's had the sustained success that we have, like if you come out of this and you're just thinking about all the negative things that happen, that makes for a miserable existence. We'll get there. We'll get to what we need to clean up, and really good first half by the offense, not a great second half, and a lot of different reasons why. Winning's hard in this league, and I'm always going to enjoy a win. And then I'm going to be really hypercritical on myself first and foremost, and then the rest of the guys after that.
Oh, what a win it was yesterday. It was a squeaker towards the end. I am Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today. We are live at the Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Pete Giordano is my on-site producer. Josh Henning back at the studio. I'll tell you what, yesterday they just got by. They are lucky to come out with a victory. But, hey, a win's a win, and we're not going to be all negative. We're not going to be miserable like Nick Sirianni mentioned. We're going to take some positives from that game. We're going to get a little miserable a little bit later on in the show because there is a few things we could be upset about after yesterday's victory. The Eagles getting their 11th win over the Buffalo Bills, 13-12 in the waning seconds of the game. A 2-point conversion, nada. Eagles defense stops it, and that's what I want to get into today regarding the Philadelphia Eagles and Vic Fangio's elite defense. Elite. Because yesterday, without that defense, man, that could have been a totally different game. It was raining. It was cold. You were sliding everywhere. Everyone was flying all over the place, sliding because the field was so wet from the rain. I was like, thank goodness, and we talked about it last week, thank goodness they came away relatively healthy. They had guys go in and out, but nothing really serious. But, man, the defense steps up again, Pete G, because without them, they aren't winning that football game. And this defense, once again, looks elite. And Jalen Carter, back in the middle of the pack on the defensive line, causing havoc on Josh Allen. Sacked Josh Allen 5 times overall as a defense yesterday, the second most he's been sacked this year. They got to him. They made him miserable for a majority of the game. And guess what? You're sitting at 11 wins this season. Pete G, I'll tell you.
Victory Monday, man.
It's a victory Monday.
We love those kind of Mondays.
They got the win. That's what we need to be happy about and excited about, okay? They got the victory. The defense is the reason they won that game. We'll get into the offense in a little bit. But Vic Fangio had these guys ready. The defense just continues to cause havoc on the interior of the line. You have Jalen Carter back making plays. Zach Bond flying everywhere. Cooper DeJean making plays everywhere. Quinyon Mitchell, other than the one crazy catch in the game, pretty much locked down one side of the field like he usually does. This is an elite defense. This is a Super Bowl level defense, and they're carrying the Eagles to the postseason. I mean, that's been the story for a majority of the year, especially as of late.
Yeah, you know, Tom Brady said something interesting during the game. Early on in the game, he said this game was going to be won not by scheme or play calling. It was going to be won by, he basically said, violence, physicality, violence in a weather game like that, hostile crowd, and the Eagles did just that. And it was the one hit by Reed Blankenship, second quarter, 3rd and 19. I have it written down. He laid the lumber.
Yes, he did.
On, I think it was Shakir, on a 3rd and long, and that tells you all you need to know about where this defense is and the physicality that they played with yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you, they played very physical, and they forced a big fumble earlier in the game that was really the difference in the game.
Game changer.
Game changer off Josh Allen. That ball goes flying. And Jahad Campbell, I mean, he came out of nowhere to go recover that football yesterday, PG. It was unbelievable. This defense, it's so exciting to have guys that are flying around. They're young, and they're making plays. And I'll tell you what, that's no joke of a team up in Buffalo. And I'll give Sirianni credit where credit's due. Yes, they went into Buffalo in a rainy, awful environment, hostile environment. Those fans, listen, they love going through tables, and we know how passionate they are up in Buffalo. So to go in there, get a road victory, huge this late in the season. That helps your momentum heading into the postseason, and it gives you an opportunity at the 2 seed, which we will discuss at some point. We will. They still have a chance to get that 2 seed. They're still locked in at that 3 seed. But, man, that was a great victory by Vic Fangio's defense yesterday, because that's who won the game for him. And they held James Cook in check. James Cook has been cooking. Let him cook. He didn't yesterday.
He killed my fantasy finals yesterday.
I'm sure he did for a lot of people, because he did not get going on the ground. Only 74 yards on 20 carries yesterday. They were able to keep him in check for the majority of the game.
5 sacks.
Oh, that was huge for the Eagles. And you have to sing the praises of this defense, because without them and without Vic Fangio, this team would not have double-digit wins. They would not have squeaked away a win yesterday. And by the way, bad job by Sean McDermott. Did you like the 2-point conversion call at the end?
Yes.
I hated it.
With that.
Hated it.
You want to send that game to overtime?
Yes. Against the Eagles, you go into overtime. That's just my opinion.
What for, though?
You're trying to win a game. You're trying to win a division. You got to play it more safe. You can't just go for it right there. You're playing against the Philadelphia Eagles, for goodness sake.
I mean, at that point,
the defending
it was
Super Bowl
raining
champions
all day. Just get out of there.
Give me a break. They could have went, but hey, you'll take it if you're an Eagles fan overall. Now, I want to get you involved in all of your thoughts on the text board at 609-403-0973 is how you jump aboard. The defense, they are carrying this team into the postseason. How far do you think the Eagles are going to go in the postseason? Do you think they can win it all again and repeat? Do you think they get to a conference championship? Do they get knocked out in the first round, divisional round? How far can this team go with the way they are playing right now? Because the defense is playing out of its mind. That's a Super Bowl championship level defense that the Philadelphia Eagles have. The way Vic Fangio's calling plays, the way Jalen Carter stepped right back in and seemed like no problem, like he didn't miss a beat. This defense is on a roll at the moment right now. So that is where they are at defensively. Now, they are carrying this team, okay? They are carrying the whole entire team. It's on Vic Fangio's back because the offense did them no favors, and they have continued not to give them any favors. The offense was an atrocity yesterday in the second half. They came out gunslinging, throwing the ball down the field. Jalen Hurts looked fantastic. He was hitting guys in open spots, throwing dimes in between defenders, firing the ball in there, and I loved to see that. And it was in the rain, too, which was absolutely fantastic. And then the second half happened. And I want to kind of go back to what we played in the beginning of the program with Nick Sirianni. Here's what Sirianni said, that we can't take away the negatives from yesterday or we're just going to be totally miserable. Take a listen to the head coach.
if you come out of this and you're just thinking about all the negative things that happen, that makes for a miserable existence. We'll get there. We'll get to what we need to clean up, and really good first half by the offense, not a great second half, and a lot of different reasons why. Winning's hard in this league, and I'm always going to enjoy a win. And then I'm going to be really hypercritical on myself first and foremost, and then the rest of the guys after that.
Okay, couple things there from Nick Sirianni. First of all, we can be a little bit miserable after that because you were up 13-0 at the half. 13-0. You weren't up 20-0. You weren't up 27-0 at the half. You decided it was a clear philosophy to take your foot off the gas in the second half. That's what the Philadelphia Eagles did yesterday. They took their foot off the gas. And I'm not blaming Jalen Hurts. And I'm not blaming majority of the players. Now, they did have some drops. A.J. Brown dropped a couple of passes. Devontae Smith dropped a couple of passes. Fine. The offensive line struggled a bit. But the fact that the offense was so confusing in the second half, calling run plays, playing conservative. I mean, on third down, what on earth are they doing? I don't understand it. Yesterday, per ESPN research, PG, the 2025 Eagles are the first team since 1987, the 1987 Patriots, to win multiple games that didn't complete a second half pass. I mean, that's crazy. They had a total of 17 yards in the second half. That's ridiculously bad. And the fact they almost lost that game yesterday, they probably deserved to lose. The offense was so bad in the second half, and the play calling was horrendous, and the offensive philosophy in the second half was horrendous. Gives every Eagle fan a right to be a little bit miserable today. Because I didn't feel great, even after they didn't get the two-point conversion at the end, that Josh Allen messed up and Sean McDermott messed up. I still don't feel great after that win. The offense did nothing in that second half to make me believe they can go on the run. The defense had carried that team through the victory yesterday. They have carried that team through a majority of the season. And, PG, you can't win in the playoffs if your offense is going to play like that, and you're going to play that scared in the second half.
I kind of will push back a little bit in that I didn't have a problem with them trying to run the ball. They just couldn't run the ball. The play calling itself, I mean, it was raining all day. You're up by 2 scores. You're playing Josh Allen on the road.
No. You were up 13. You were barely up 2 scores. You were barely up 2 touchdowns.
You're still up in the game, though, in the second half.
You don't take your foot off the gas on the road.
I don't have a problem
Buffalo.
with the play calling. They just could not run the ball. And that's been a story all year long. That's kind of a different argument, but I didn't have a problem with the play calling. They just could not run the ball at all.
609-403-0973. Leave your thoughts on the Birds game yesterday. What did you make of the defense? What did you make of the offense? And also, our text board question of the day is, how far do you believe this team can go in the postseason? 609-403-0973. Pete, I just, on third down, the fact they kept run on first and second down a multitude of times and then tried to pass on third and long and were short of the sticks, I mean, that was infuriating. They were in so many third and longs yesterday, so many. They went 3 and out on their last 4 drives. You need to put a team like Buffalo away. That's a playoff team. That's a Super Bowl contending team. That can't happen in the postseason.
This is how they play, though.
I understand
that. Play.
They nearly lost the game because of that's how they play.
That's how they – I mean, they play close games. They have a knack for winning these close games all the time. That's literally how they win games. I mean, they're not going to blow anybody away. They're going to go 3 and out multiple times.
You were okay with the offense yesterday.
No, I was not okay with – no, I mean, second half. 0 for 7, 17 yards total in the second half. No, but that's how they play football.
This was supposed to be the game. Remember, we talked about it the other day. I didn't want to start anybody because I didn't want anybody to get hurt. And thankfully, nobody got hurt yesterday. You had a couple guys go out, have a couple stingers.
Jalen Phillips, glad to see he's okay.
Thank goodness, because my heart rate was beaten yesterday when I saw a few players go out. Saquon went out too. I was like, oh, my goodness, here we go.
Smitty got maybe a little stinger.
He got a stinger yesterday.
Came back.
But thank goodness that was it because the weather was awful. Guys were sliding and slipping all over the place for the most part, and you were happy to get out of that game alive, relatively healthy, and moving on to this week against the Commies. But I can't sit here and defend what they did yesterday in the offense. I mean, it was awful. They had 5 third downs in the second half that were 3rd and 6 or more. They could not run the ball. They could get no push. There was no rhyme or reason. Why you went away from the pass after it was working in the first half is beyond me. Because I was stunned that they started out pass to start the game, 3 straight passes on the opening drive. But then it started to work a little bit. And Jalen Hurts was on fire. He couldn't miss a guy. You just had receivers drop in the football because, it was a little wet yesterday. I understand that. A.J. Brown had one. They probably should have been a touchdown. I get that. But they shouldn't have went away from the pass yesterday. You should have had play action, open up the run. Utilize Tank Bigsby. Get creative with the running backs. And they did not do that. Did not do that. They won the game, but they were not aggressive enough on third down and had a lack of creativity once again.
Do you want them to be aggressive in the second half?
Yesterday they should have been.
13-0?
Yes, absolutely, because you need to put that game away. You need to put that game away. You need to go down the field because it was working. That was working in the first half. And for some reason, this team and Kevin Patullo, and it goes on Nick Sirianni as well, just totally got away from it. 609-403-0973 is how you jump aboard. I want to hear from you today, your thoughts, your reactions, and where you think this team is going. How far can this team go with the offense playing like that? The defense, yeah, that's a Super Bowl defense. The offense, no, I'm not happy with that. I am not satisfied with that.
Well, you guys talk about the offense. So do you guys know what the Eagles' record is this year when they have 300 or fewer total yards on offense?
Probably undefeated, right?
They are undefeated.
Yeah.
Unreal.
They are 7, but guys, they're 7-0. Yeah. That means that 7 of their 11 wins are all games that their offense has basically been below average.
Okay.
That's their style of play. They want to play games like that.
I get that. I understand it. And that's how they've won a lot of their games. And listen, they won the football game. I get that. They won. They went into Buffalo. Awesome. Great. I'm okay with that. However, imagine if Josh Allen completes that pass on the 2-point conversion and they lose that game. What are we doing today? We are even more outraged if Josh Allen completes that 2-point conversion because of how bad the offense was in the second. That offense nearly cost them the game yesterday. They didn't. They won. Give them credit. Credit to the defense of Vic Fangio. But that offense should not have taken their foot off the gas in the second half.
I don't know that they did. They're not a good offense. They're not going to score 30 points a game for you.
But here's the thing. This offense is the highest paid offense in the National Football League. There's no reason they shouldn't be scoring more than 13 points and taking your foot off the gas.
That's who they are, though. They can't score more than 13 points.
But they can.
We've
seen it. We've seen it in the past.
Who, against Las Vegas, 31 points? Sure.
We just saw them do it. We just saw them 2 games in a row. The offense was clicking. I know you're playing Buffalo. They took their foot off the gas.
That's how they win football games. I mean, you've looked back at their schedule. They've scored 14 points a game against Green Bay. They've won. They scored, I don't know how many points.
Does that make you feel good going into the postseason? Does that make you feel good?
No, but this is who they are. I mean, it's week 18.
That's not good enough, Pete. Not good enough for me.
It's good enough until it's not, right? I mean.
When they get bounced in the first round, is it going to be good enough?
Will they get bounced in the first round?
Well, I want to hear from you. 609-403-0973. Text in. We got a couple of texts coming in right now. We have Jerry and Absek, and he's chiming in, and he said, why don't they throw to the tight ends? They threw a TD to one. They need a new play caller. Well, Dallas Goedert has been unbelievable. 11 touchdowns on the year. He gets another one yesterday. He has been absolutely fantastic. But, I mean, there are other tight ends. Calcaterra, not good enough. But Goddard's been great. I don't really think that's the problem. The red zone, they've been relatively good.
Patullo's been
He's been great in the red zone.
However, this whole season.
When they come out at a half yesterday, I don't know what happened. They couldn't get in the red zone because they couldn't complete a third down. There was a lack of creativity, and they took their foot off the gas. And that has to go on the head coach as well. That has to go on the head coach, too. All right, we have a great show lined up for you guys today. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to talk to Mike McGarry, the press of Atlantic City. We'll talk to him, get his thoughts and reaction from yesterday's game. We will also talk to Scott Grayson, get Grayson's grades at Fox 29 at 3 o'clock. And then 4 o'clock, you know it's football at 4. We're going to get Mosher's thoughts. I was tuned into the post-game show last night. Kaplan and Mosher had a lot to say about this offense. Can't wait to talk to those guys as well. But, Pete, I think they're going to be on my side. A lot of these guys that are going to call in today and a lot of texters, You can't be satisfied with the offense. There's no way. I understand that's how they win the game, Pete, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
It's been good enough for 11 wins and 12 wins coming up here on Sunday at 425.
I
get it, though. I mean,
a weird feeling in my stomach.
Second half, offensively, it was bad.
I have a weird feeling in my stomach, guys, because that offense, it's going to give me headaches throughout the playoffs. We'll get your reaction, 609-403-0973. How far is this Eagles team going to go this year with the way the offense and the defense is playing? Who knows? The defense is on fire. The offense, reverted back to its old ways yesterday. All that and more on the other side. Mike McGarry from the Press of Atlantic City. You're listening to the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling with Mike Gill right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles finish the 2025 regular season this Sunday, hosting their NFC East rivals, the Washington Commanders.
Johnson takes the snap. He's looking. He fires the football, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by the team.
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Stay warm and worry-free this holiday season with Broadleys Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. From fast repairs to full-service replacements, Broadleys has your home comfort covered. Join their family comfort plan and give yourself the gift of peace of mind in 2026. Looking to upgrade? Get 0% financing up to $25,000 on a new furnace, boiler, or water heater. And lock in 2025 pricing before year-end. Call Broadleys today at 609-930-3907 or visit Broadleys.net.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with the lifetime subscription for 65% off. Just go to Babbel.com and start today. Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases, so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And because Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember, you'll be talking like a local in time for takeoff. Dive into the world of language learning content with Babbel's videos, podcasts, and stories from around the world, full of culture bites and language learning tips. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. But don't wait. This offer ends January 15th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or MyRKKia.com.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo?
Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Over 40 years ago, John Jenkins Sr. changed the game by inventing the heated bench that keeps football players warm on the sidelines. That's right, the Jenkins family brought comfort to the gridiron. And today, they bring the same winning formula to homes and businesses across the region. Jenkins, a 3-generation family-run team you can trust in the clutch. Need a new gas furnace, boiler, or hot water heater? Ask about utility loans up to $25,000 at 0% for 7 years. And rebates up to $2,950. Visit JenkinsandSons.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Hey, Max Relief here. Did you know your tax debt is growing every minute? Look, it just grew again. Penalties and interest are added every day to your debt, and the IRS will take aggressive actions to collect. To protect yourself from garnishments, levies, and liens, call Max from Tax Relief Helpers at 800-718-0153 or visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com. If you owe $10,000 or more in tax debt, our licensed tax professionals are ready to step in immediately. Tax Relief Helpers negotiates with the IRS to settle your debt for less. Call 800-718-0153 now. At Tax Relief Helpers, we start every case with a real conversation. Your tax debt is personal, and your solution should be too. The IRS isn't waiting. Every second matters. Visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com now or call 800-718-0153. When tax brings grief, call Max Relief.
For Max Relief, call Tax Relief Helpers.
Each year in clearance time at Bridgeton Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, your hometown dealership, we treat you like one of our own. Right now, get the 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport 4x4, lease it for $299 a month with $35.95 down and 5,000 miles a year for 36 months. Tax and fees not included. We've got the perfect new vehicle waiting for you, backed by hometown service you can trust. It's clearance time, but hurry, these deals won't last. Visit 820 North Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Se habla español. Bridgeton Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, where family drives with family.
It's the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Hurts puts Calcaterra in motion. Hurts fakes, rolls, throws. Touchdown! He's got Goddard for his 11th touchdown of the season.
Oh, yeah, 11 touchdowns for Dallas Goedert on the year. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill today on the Sports Bash. We are live from the Ocean Casino Resort in the Fanatics Sportsbook. Great time, as always, to be here. By the way, the Eagles' first reaction is brought to you by First Bank of Sea Isle City. This season, score big with the First Bank of Sea Isle City. From savings to mortgages, we're on your team, helping you reach the end zone. First Bank of Sea Isle City, your hometown bank, your winning play. We had a lot of reactions to open up the show. I was a little upset at the offense. PG, not so much, but it's okay. We're gonna hear what Mike McGarry has to say from the Press of Atlantic City as he joins us now. Mike, yesterday, listen, defense was unbelievable, but I want to start with the offense and the play calling in the second half. I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass. They had 17 total yards of offense in the second half. What went wrong from the offensive philosophy standpoint in the second half yesterday? Yeah, I mean, I didn't get it either. I thought they should have tried to tie the game. I understand the weather was bad and all, but looking at the Eagles' offense, I mean, you up 13-0 in the first half. Jalen Hurts is throwing dimes. He's hitting on all cylinders for the most part in the rain in Buffalo. Why do you think they went away from the pass and tried run, and they just couldn't get anything going on the offensive line either?
Hey, Mike. Obviously, the defense yesterday won them the game. Hits everywhere. Reed Blankenship, Jalen Carter, Jalen Phillips got a sack. Jalix Hunt was all over the field. Cooper DeJean had a career-high 9 tackles. Marcus Epps, he's come out of nowhere, really, and really solidified that safety spot. Just give me your sense of how good this defense is, and really the defensive line, what the pressure that they're getting with only 4-man rushes. Just give me a sense of how good this defense is. Yeah.
We're talking with Mike McGarry of the Press of Atlantic City. You can follow him at AC Press McGarry on the Twitter X platform. Mike, one guy that returned yesterday and looked like he didn't miss a beat was Jalen Carter. He was wreaking havoc on the interior of that offensive line against the Buffalo Bills. He looked ridiculous. They had 5 total sacks on Josh Allen, the second most he's been sacked this season. What did you notice from Jalen Carter yesterday, and did it look like he had any rust coming back after missing 3 straight games?
Mike, offensively, obviously this probably would be the downfall of this team in the playoffs, whether they're one and done or make it to the championship game, whatever. Is this just who they are, though? I mean, we're week 18. This is just who they are, right? I mean, risk averse. They don't turn the ball over. They don't really take any risks. They try to run the ball. They can't. But they just have a knack of winning these close games against the other team. And, I mean, you name the stadium, at Buffalo, at Green Bay, at Arrowhead, against L.A. They just have a knack of winning these close games. This is just who they are, right? I guess Seattle with Russell Wilson was kind
Legion
of
of
like
Boom.
that. Yeah.
We're talking with Mike McGarry, Press of Atlantic City. Mike, something that has been very noticeable throughout the entirety of the season is the way the Eagles call their offense on third down. They had 5 third downs in the second half of 3rd and 6 or more, so they were in third and long for the most part, less than not going 3rd and 5 yesterday. And also, another part of this, they've gone 3 and out more than any team in 2025. What can they do differently on the offensive side so they're not in these 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8s where they're forced to throw on third down and are unable to get it and go 3 and out?
Mike, the path to the 2 seed is pretty simple now. Eagles have to win on Sunday, and the Bears have to lose at home to Detroit on Sunday. Both teams play at the same time, 4:25 p.m. How about the NFL scripting that out? How about that? But your thoughts on the Eagles kind of maybe resting their starters on Sunday no matter what, or going for that 2 seed? I'm of the belief that you have to play the starters. Any edge you can get in the playoffs is worth it. But where do you stand? The value of resting your guys or trying to get that extra home playoff game as the 2 seed? Yes, sir.
All right, Mike, thanks so much for joining us. One more before we let you go. Our text board question of the day is, how far do you believe the Eagles can go in the playoffs? And you kind of mentioned it. You want them to go play all their starters in the final week of the season to get that 2 seed. Let's say they stick it to 3. How far can they go in the postseason?
All right, Mike McGarry, the Press of Atlantic City. You can follow him at AC Press McGarry on the Twitter X platform. Mike, no show on Wednesday, so have a happy New Year. Enjoy the holiday, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, there's Mike McGarry, the Press of Atlantic City. And that is sponsored by Broadlee's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, serving South Jersey since 1911, keeping your home comfort game day ready this season. Mike McGarry, Press of Atlantic City, joining us here on the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today, alongside Pete Giordano and Josh Henning back at the studio, and we are broadcasting live from the Fanatics Sportsbook inside the Ocean Casino Resort. I do want to read a couple of texts there, PG, before we get to break. We have Mon Marquez chiming in on the text board. Afternoon, gentlemen. Let me say their defense was so good that I actually got off the edge of my seat, just to be told, sit your tail back down, because I didn't even know how bad the offense was until they showed the stats. I'm like, again, dang, I was at the Tampa game and didn't realize no completions. Like yesterday, not a screen, not a shuffle, or 2-yard dump pass to anyone. Come on, I don't want to hear starters resting next week unless they play defense.
Yeah, I think you got to play the starters. I mean, that 2 seed is so important to get that extra home game.
But here's the problem. Next week,
I know you wanted to rest the guys against Buffalo.
Yeah, I did. And thank goodness they got away from that game healthy, because guys were going down left and right. Do you trust the Lions to beat the Chicago Bears?
I think there's a way to do it in real time, right? I mean, can you just go into the game playing your starters, and then if the Lions are down by 2-3 touchdowns at the half, then you could pull your guys. But I think going into the game, you have to play for that 2 seed. I mean, it's what you play all year for, to get any advantage you can going into January.
Now they play at the same exact time.
Same exact time, just the way the NFL drew it up, right?
Are you going to be scoreboard watching to see if you could pull your starters?
It might be a 2 TV kind of Sunday.
Oh,
for me.
you know, an iPad?
2 screens?
Wow.
I think so. I mean, you have to. I mean, Sirianni should be doing that on the sidelines.
Yeah, but we've seen this team rest their guys and go on runs before. In
It's
23,
true.
They played their guys. And look what happened, bounced in the first round.
They really do see the value in just not playing their guys. They don't play them in the preseason. We all know Hurts does not take a single snap in the month of August. They didn't play their guys last year.
The
in
matchup
Week 18
would be more favorable against the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
Absolutely would. But I think you got to rest your guys. We've seen in the past when the Eagles do that, they're able to go on the run when everybody's healthy heading into the postseason. All right, one more for you. Andrew in Summers Point, winning these games is worthless. A better team in the playoffs will kick the bleep out of us. With the offense not showing up for half the game, we're going nowhere. One and done. Andrew.
You say that, but this team wins all the time this way. They've won. They've beaten Buffalo at Buffalo. They've beaten Kansas City at Arrowhead. They went into Lambeau, beat Green Bay. They beat Detroit.
Listen, they do. They win these weird close games.
They
keep
all
it close
the time. And, I mean, it works until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't.
Like I said to McGarry, the downfall of this team is going to be the offense, right? No question.
And you don't have a bye in the postseason. Your bye will be Week 18. Week 18 will be your bye.
So there is no looking at the tape. Got to get better execution-wise.
Nope.
Got to get rid of the penalties. It's win or go home.
One or done. All right. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. Pete G on site producing. We are live from the Fanatics Sportsbook here at Ocean Casino in Atlantic City. We'll wrap up the hour on the other side at 3 p.m. Scott Grayson will join us for Grayson's Grades right here on the Sports Bash. You're listening to 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Grizzlies tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Rises for three, it's in the air. Rimming no Embiid with the rebound. He puts it back up. It's good, and he's fouled. Joel Embiid is back. He puts it in.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
When adventure is calling, turn to the experts at Whitehorse RV Center. For over 50 years, families and adventurers have trusted Whitehorse RV to find industry-top brands and the floor plans that fit every lifestyle. From travel trailers with bunk beds and outside kitchens to motorhomes and destination trailers. Whether you're hitting the open road or planning a local campground getaway, it's about experience, selection, and people who care. See why generations have answered the call with Whitehorse RV Center, because your RV adventure starts here.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Hi, I'm Larry Mintz. When dealing with a workers' compensation claim, in most cases, the injured worker doesn't get the money they're entitled to. That's why you need the right lawyer. When injured on the job, call us first. We'll speak with you for free and get you all the money and benefits you deserve.
Make the right call to Golden Bird Mackler. Call us at 609-344-7131. That's 609-344-7131. Or visit us online at gmslaw.com.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers excludes Traverse and Corvette excludes prior sales.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, get to Bennett Chevrolet now during our year-end blowout and save up to 20% off that new vehicle you've been dreaming of. Yes, Bennett is selling new vehicles at true GM supplier employee prices. Plus, you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20% off any new vehicle purchase. And with Bennett's available 0% financing, you'll save even more. Looking for pre-owned? Bennett's got a great selection, and we'll give you a minimum $10,000 no matter how bad your trade-in's condition. Yep, I said a minimum 10 grand for any piece of junk you bring us, however you bring it. Imagine how much more Bennett pays for good trades. And whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, there's never any hassles, never any haggles, and never any sales pressure, because our sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive. Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Looking to lower your energy bills and boost home comfort? South Jersey Gas has you covered with a no-cost in-home whole home energy assessment. Our energy expert will review your home's energy efficiency and provide a personalized report of energy-saving improvements. Plus, you may also receive energy-efficient upgrades like faucet aerators, smart power strips, and LED light bulbs at no cost to you. Don't wait to save money and energy. Schedule your whole home energy assessment today at sjgsaveenergy.com or call 201-690-7897 today.
It's the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
And I am the voice of the voiceless.
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Fanatics Sportsbook inside the Ocean Casino Resort. I am Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. Nicky Nuggets filling in alongside Pete G, Cheap Seats Pete, and Josh Henning, hanging with Henning back in the studio today as we are reacting to yesterday's squeaker of a win by
by the Philadelphia Eagles. 13-12 was the final score in Buffalo. Last second effort by the Bills on a 2-point conversion is no good, and the Eagles come away with the victory. And PG, something that I didn't love after the game.
Oh, Sirianni in the tunnel?
Didn't love it.
You didn't? Oh.
So
okay.
Nick Sirianni walking into the tunnel yesterday. We know how he's a fiery guy. He's always getting fired up.
Emotional.
Yep. You know, and honestly, I like it. I do like it. He fits this city.
How can you not?
Very well. However, he's doing the thing again where he's in the tunnel and he's yelling. And did you see A.J. Brown look at him like, dude, we barely won this game.
Somebody come get your man, basically, right? Hey, Roseman, Lori, come get your man.
Come get your guy. So I thought, now, he has every right to do that and be fired up, especially after a final play like that. They got the victory. And by the way, this is a fascinating stat. Since 2021, the Eagles are 30-13 in road games. They win on the road. Like, they win on the road.
And that's my relationship with Nick Sirianni. I don't like his antics most of the time, but I'm forced to deal with him because he wins all the time. So it's just a mixture of emotions. But he does fit this city, and when he's like that, when he's on fire like that, maybe this team kind of feeds off of it.
They do, and we've heard player after player after player after player back him up, say they love playing for him. You know, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's been like that since, he was in college, right? We always see those old school videos of Nick Sirianni. But listen, they win games. The guy just finds a way to win. And he did it again yesterday. So, yeah, if you want to get mad at him for yelling in the tunnel yesterday, A.J. Brown probably didn't love it because he kind of knows, like, dude, we didn't do anything offensively in the second half. I mean, that was abysmal. So if you watch that video, it's circulating on social media of Sirianni walking through the tunnel, yelling, screaming, doing his whole thing. It is what it is. They won the football game. They have 11 wins on the year. You got to be fired up after winning, going on the road in Buffalo, taking away a victory. You can't be miserable, but you can be a little bit upset with the way the offense played yesterday there, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got to read the room. At least he didn't do it on the field in the sidelines. He did it in the tunnel where you don't expect a paparazzi recording you, I guess.
You wonder if Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie will say something to him again about that. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. He's going to join us and go over Grayson's grades. I wonder what grade he's going to give the coaching staff, the offense yesterday. I'm very curious to get his thoughts on yesterday's victory. The defense played well. The offense in the second half, not so much. On the other side, it's Scott Grayson, Fox 29 Sports anchor, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Canucks.
Tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedork bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
He's got Zegras going to the net. Zegras shoots. He scores! Trevor Zegras buries his 14th of the year.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey. Tomorrow night, coverage begins after Sixers basketball on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
Oh, a save again by Vladar.
97.3 ESPN.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Gail?
When I retired, I just let all my taxes pile up. I had gotten many threatening letters. The one that said they were going to try and take my property was probably the scariest. When I found out that I owed close to $300,000, I was in total shock. It was a bad situation. I didn't know what to do.
Then Gail found tax relief advocates.
When TRA told me I was only going to owe $368, I just was in total disbelief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Gail did and call TRA for a consultation.
I was so blessed with TRA.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-544-7357. 800-544-7357. That's 800-544-7357.
Just about everyone's been to Angelo's Fairmount Tavern in Atlantic City. The third-generation Mancuso family invites you to enjoy their old world ambiance and cherished family recipes. Make a special occasion an extraordinary event in Angelo's banquet room, seating up to 130 people. Angelo's old world charm and grandfather's secret gravy recipe have made the Fairmount Tavern an Atlantic City landmark since 1935. Visit angelosfairmounttavern.com.
The family's here for you. Angelo's Fairmount Tavern.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-384-7878. That's 800-384-7878. 800-384-7878.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Hey, Max Relief here. Did you know your tax debt is growing every minute? Look, it just grew again. Penalties and interest are added every day to your debt, and the IRS will take aggressive actions to collect. To protect yourself from garnishments, levies, and liens, call Max from Tax Relief Helpers at 800-718-0153 or visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com. If you owe $10,000 or more in tax debt, our licensed tax professionals are ready to step in immediately. Tax Relief Helpers negotiates with the IRS to settle your debt for less. Call 800-718-0153 now. At Tax Relief Helpers, we start every case with a real conversation. Your tax debt is personal, and your solution should be too. The IRS isn't waiting. Every second matters. Visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com now or call 800-718-0153. When tax brings grief, call Max Relief.
For Max Relief, call Tax Relief Helpers.
It's year-end clearance time at Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, your hometown dealership. We treat you like one of our own. Right now, get the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado LT 4x4 lease for $399 a month, $1,195 down, and 10,000 miles a year for 36 months. Tax and fees not included. We've got the perfect new vehicle waiting for you, backed by hometown service you can trust. It's clearance time, but hurry. These deals won't last. Visit 808 North Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Se habla español. Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, where family drives with family.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is the Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Now live from inside the Ocean Casino Resort studio, here's Mike Gill.
Allen goes back again. He's hit and he's sacked. They got him. Welcome to Jalen Carter on his first game back.
Welcome back, JC.
Josh Allen, one of the 5 times he was sacked yesterday. Jalen Carter returns, and he did not miss a beat. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash. We are live from the Fanatics Sports Book inside the gallery at the Ocean Casino Resort. Man, what a game yesterday. The Eagles squeaked by with a victory, 13-12. But, hey, they found a way to win. The offense, they couldn't really get it going in the second half. But, man, like Merrill and Mike talking about, that defense was unbelievable overall yesterday. And we want to talk about that defense as we were about to get Grayson's grades. And it's brought to you by the Bridgeton's Auto Mall. Are you ready to score your next big drive? Head straight for the end zone at Bridgeton Auto Mall. Now, we bring in Scott Grayson, sports anchor for Fox 29 News. Scott, I got to tell you, they just got by that win yesterday in the end. Josh Allen unable to complete a pass on the 2-point conversion to end the ball game. Just overall, before we get into some of your grades, your thoughts on the way that game ended yesterday? Yeah, it is what it's about. You found a way to win, and that's what you needed at this point in the season when you're playing a really good team in the Buffalo Bills. Talk to me about the defense. We'll start on a positive note here. We won't be miserable like Nick Sirianni doesn't want us to be, but the defense was unbelievable. Vic Fangio overall, and Jalen Carter returning, Scott. I mean, if you had to give a grade for Jalen Carter yesterday, on his return after his absence, it looked like he didn't miss a beat. What would it be? Scott, overall defensively, I mean, Zach Bond was unbelievable yesterday. They were able to get to Josh Allen 5 times. Also hold James Cook to 74 yards on 20 carries. I mean, the leading rusher in the National Football League. Yeah, that's a pretty good feat in Buffalo to do. If you had to give the entirety of the defensive line and front seven a grade, what would it be?
Hey, Scott, one group that's kind of maybe under the radar a little bit is the safeties. Reed Blankenship and really Marcus Epps coming into that safety spot, solidifying that after Makuba went down. 7 tackles for him yesterday. He laid the wood on James Cook on one of those plays. Reed Blankenship laid the wood on, I believe, Shakir it was, in the second quarter. Talk to me about the safeties, Blankenship and Epps, and how impressive they've been.
We're talking with Scott Grayson, Fox 29 sports anchor for Grayson's Grades here on a Reaction Monday. All right, you give straight A's to the defense. Let's get to the other side of the ball, Scott, and let's talk about the offense. If you had to give a grade to the entirety of the offense, what would it have been? Yeah, they did find a way to win, Scott. But you mentioned the first down thing. This team has gone 3 and out more than any team in 2025. They had 5 third downs in the second half of third and six or more. If you had to give a grade to just the play calling itself in the second half, I mean, what would it be? Because it was cavalier, like you said. It was just not creative, and they were running a lot into these stacked boxes on early downs, too.
Scott, Sirianni said after the win, if you come out of the game focused on the negative, you're going to have a quote-unquote miserable existence, and you kind of got to give yourself points for winning these games. So when you are inside of that NovaCare Center, inside those walls, talking to these players, do you get a sense that they're kind of happy with these wins on the road at Buffalo, at Arrowhead, against L.A., home against Detroit, at Lambeau? Do you get a sense from these players and this team that they are happy with these wins? They know they have to improve, but, you know, the mood is kind of still like they are the defending Super Bowl champions?
We're talking with Fox 29 sports anchor Scott Grayson for Grayson's Grades. Scott, I want to get your grade on Jalen yesterday. I mean, he came out firing the ball in the first half. Obviously, that kind of coexisted with the philosophy the Eagles went into to the game with. But Jalen's now 7-1 against Allen, Mahomes, and Burrow, as well as Lamar in his career. I mean, what does that say about Jalen, and what did you make of his performance early on and then obviously in the second half yesterday?
Scott, two schools of thought heading into Week 18. I'm sure we're going to learn more as the week goes by, but are you going to rest your starters if you're Philly, or you're going to go for that 2 seed if you're Philly? These games happen at the same time on Sunday at 4:25. The path to that 2 seed is very simple. You have to win, and Chicago has to lose to Detroit at home. Where do you stand on that? And I guess where do you stand from the Eagles' perspective? We know they do see the value in resting their guys when they do not have to play. Huh.
We're talking with Scott Grayson, Fox 29 sports anchor, Grayson's Grades. One more for you, Scott, before we let you go.
regarding the offensive line, Cam Jurgens had a few plays yesterday that made you scratch your head. Remember, he is a Pro Bowler this year. When they get Lane Johnson back in the postseason, which it seems like all signs are pointing to that happening, do you see this offense taking another step and, maybe making a critical difference in the postseason no matter what seed they are?
Scott, real quick, you were at Buffalo yesterday? Is that what you said? Oh, gotcha. Okay. I was going to ask you just how miserable those conditions were yesterday for the players, but, I mean, we could obviously see it on TV. It was miserable from start to finish there up in Buffalo.
There he is, Scott Grayson, Fox 29 sports anchor for Grayson's Grades on this Monday afternoon. Scott, we hope you have a great New Year. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon in Week 18. All right, there's Scott Grayson for Grayson's Grades, Fox 29 news sports anchor. And I want to get to a couple of texts here coming in on the text board. Remember, text in at 609-403-0973. Our question of the day is, how far do you believe this Eagles team will go in the postseason? Let us know your thoughts on yesterday's game and how far you think they are going to go. And we have a lot of texts to get to. I'll get to one before we head into the break. But Scott mentioned something very critical before I get to this text, Pete. That two seeds have won the Super Bowl 11 times.
Eagles were one of them last year, right?
Three seeds, what was it? 3 times.
3 times, right.
That's a big difference. It's a big difference. And you would play Green Bay if you get the 2 seed.
That's a big thing. Green Bay is locked into that 7 seed. So the winner of that 2 seed, either Chicago or Philly, gets to play Green Bay, gets to host Green Bay. And that's huge. Now, 3 seed, Josh is the tiebreaker guy. I would assume that the 3 seed faces the loser of Seattle and San Fran. I mean, what does L.A. have to do?
Rams or San Fran. Ugh.
Or Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So the Eagles are going to face one of 4 teams: Green Bay, L.A., San Fran, or Seattle.
Well, the big key is, guys, remember that it's not just about the tiebreakers. It's also about the fact of you're going to face whoever loses their division. Basically is what it comes down to. So it's like, for example, the Bears are winning the NFC North. So that's why the Packers are involved. And then or you have the loser of the NFC West. Now,
Which would be the loser of Seattle, San Fran.
Correct.
So,
and that's why, for example, the Rams no longer have a chance to move up in the standings because basically the division has come down to just the Seahawks and 49ers.
Yeah, and the Eagles, they have to win against the Commanders, and the Bears have to lose to the Lions if they want the 2 seed. So, there's a shot, but I just don't know if I trust the Lions. I know they're going to give it the raw, but I just don't trust the Lions at this point, guys.
Well, is it about trusting the Lions, or is it about understanding that this time of year teams love to be spoilers, right? Like, I don't know if you guys saw on social media where the Browns Twitter account tweeted at the Ravens saying, "We didn't do it for you." You know,
I did.
We did it for us.
We did it for ourselves.
And by the way, the Vikings ruined the Lions' season. They took them out on Christmas Day. You don't think the Lions might not want to do that to the Bears?
I'm not saying they don't want to. I just think the Bears are a better team than the Lions.
Yeah, but it's not always about who's the better team. It's about who wants it more.
They're coming off a loss at San Francisco, so I think they're gonna be playing for something next week for sure. All right, before I get out of here, one text. Evan from Little Lake Harbor. He said Josh. He might think I'm Josh or something. Josh is back at the studio today. Jalen Hurts' second half yesterday was a masterclass in how to turn an MVP resume into a pumpkin. I've seen better halftime adjustments from a Madden player who set the controller down to answer DoorDash orders.
There's a lot there. A lot to unpack there.
A lot to unpack there.
Listen, the play calling, I understand where they're coming from. On the road, 13-point lead, second half, rain. Try to run the ball, move the chains, keep the time of possession.
The problem, Pete, is
I understand that they just couldn't do it.
They played in the second half like they were up 27-0 instead of 13-0.
Yeah,
that game is close, and you're in Buffalo. I mean, the adjustments were awful, and your run, pass. I mean, it became so predictable. I mean, CJ was probably watching that game in the locker room in San Francisco, waiting to play that game and saying, "I know what's coming right here."
They did have a couple of instances where they did. I mean, the Smitty throw went through his hands. He probably makes that catch, right, in a dome or
that's the other problem.
Skies.
Really quick, guys. We have seen more drops from A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert over the last few weeks than probably we've seen the last 2 years. So it's like at some point, we need to be critical of the quarterback, but we also need to realize that, hey, Goddard, Brown, and Smith, do your job. Catch the ball when it's right on your hands.
No, I agree. There were some bad drops in that game, and it could have made it a much easier win for the Eagles. I know A.J. was getting held on that one, but that would
have been 17-0.
It would have been huge.
If he catches that.
Yes. I mean, I'll throw out there as well. If they would have actually called that flag when Hurts got hit out of bounds, I mean, that completely could change the final score of the game too.
If you see the angle of that hit going out of bounds, like from the
wide view,
yeah. That's a bad hit. I mean, that should have been flagged.
It was.
Well, that's why the whole sideline lost their minds because they were like, how does nobody throw the flag? And by the way, can I just say, it's not just the Eagles. The officiating all game
atrocious
was bad. It's to the point where I keep saying this, guys, and I'll say it again. We as a society have to demand that referees be penalized, disciplined for bad calls. There has to be repercussions for referees being losers at life.
I mean, the call in the Texans-Chargers game, that was awful. The illegal contact.
And there's no discipline, no repercussions for these officials being idiots.
That's how you go into a break, Josh Henning. I love it. All right, on the other side, we'll get more into that, the officiating on the other side of this break. We'll also talk about the tale of two halves with the Eagles offense. Also, Jeff Mosher from Inside the Birds, Football at 4, coming up at 4 o'clock. Nuggets, another platter. I'm here with you all 4 hours today. Pete's Pizza, Josh's Jerky, coming up soon later in the show. This is the Sports Bash, live from the Fanatics Sportsbook in the Gallery, Ocean Casino Resort. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Coming up, it's the Rams at the Falcons. Matthew Stafford and the Rams have clinched a trip to the playoffs. Now they face an Atlanta team looking for a third consecutive win. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner for all the action on Monday Night Football.
Listen to Monday Night Football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 7 p.m.
The Road Home Sales Event is on at BMW of Atlantic City, proud sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network on 97.3 ESPN. Drive the 2025 BMW X330 X-Drive, now $569 a month for 39 months, or finance as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months. Don't miss the moment. Get these attractive offers through January 2nd.
39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, 5129 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and doc fee. Available to well-qualified customers who meet BMW Financial Services credit requirements. Not all will qualify. See dealer for details.
All right, all you last-minute shoppers, you know the feeling. Shelves are empty, ideas are running low, and you want to have a gift that makes everyone think you're awesome. We have the answer for you. Aura Frames. It's the solution with a gift that is absolutely a personal, heartfelt gift. They are going to love the Aura digital frame, named #1 digital frame by Wirecutter, and for good reason. It's spectacular.
You can upload unlimited photos and video. That's right, unlimited. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi, and you're good to go. You can preload photos even before it ships, which is very cool, too. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code FBHW at checkout. That's auraframes.com. Promo code FBHW. The deal is exclusive to our listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Make sure you mention the Free Beer and Hot Wings show at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Just about everyone's been to Angelo's Fairmount Tavern in Atlantic City. The third-generation Mancuso family invites you to enjoy their old-world ambiance and cherished family recipes. Make a special occasion an extraordinary event in Angelo's Banquet Room, seating up to 130 people. Angelo's Old World Charm and Grandfather's Secret Gravy Recipe have made the Fairmount Tavern an Atlantic City landmark since 1935. Visit angelosfairmounttavern.com.
The family's here for you. Angelo's Fairmount Tavern.
Score a touchdown when you bank with Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Catch lower rates on loans and higher rates on savings. You'll cheer when you don't have to pay a penny to get your own money, since they offer 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs. Get the details or open an account online with just a $25 minimum deposit at JerseyShoreFCU.org, or swing to a branch in Northfield, Galloway, Hamilton, or Rio Grande. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers excludes Traverse and Corvette excludes prior sales.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, get to Bennett Chevrolet now during our year-end blowout and save up to 20% off that new vehicle you've been dreaming of. Yes, Bennett is selling new vehicles at true GM supplier employee prices. Plus, you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20% off any new vehicle purchase. And with Bennett's available 0% financing, you'll save even more. Looking for pre-owned? Bennett's got a great selection, and we'll give you a minimum $10,000, no matter how bad your trade-in's condition. Yep, I said a minimum 10 grand for any piece of junk you bring us, however you bring it. Imagine how much more Bennett pays for good trades. And whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, there's never any hassles, never any haggles, and never any sales pressure, because our sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive. Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
I'm Mike Mackler. At Goldenberg Mackler, we represent you, not the insurance companies. When seriously injured in any type of accident, call us. We'll speak with you for free and fight to get you the money you deserve. When injured, make the right call to Goldenberg Mackler.
For the best lawyer, call Goldenberg Mackler, with 4 convenient locations to better serve you. Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland. Call us at 609-344-7131.
Sal Vulcano, Everything's Fine Tour. One hilarious night of brand new stand-up material from Sal Vulcano.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about Thunder. You tell me it's God bowling. I took that information to school. I got my ass handed to me.
Sal Vulcano live. Saturday, February 28th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. From Impractical Jokers and the Hey Babe and Taste Buds podcast. It's Sal Vulcano. On sale Friday, August 29th at 10 a.m. at theoceanac.com.
It's the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Keeping the fans entertained and happy.
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
The Eagles deserve all the credit in the world for showing up in a bad weather football game and taking care of the football better than the Bills. Like, number one, full stop. Thought that the Bills would have an advantage running the football. But as the week went on and Kincaid is down, you're able to kind of load the box. The safeties can play downhill. You're not really afraid of the guys outside, and the guys up front just whoop. I mean, Jalen Carter, Ajomo, Jordan Davis, Phillips, Nolan Smith, Hunt. Hunt was a menace, dude.
Chris Long, former Philadelphia Eagle, on his podcast, the Green Light Podcast with Chris Long, talking about the Eagles. Hey, they won the turnover battle yesterday. That big fumble early on was really the difference in the ball game. And when the Eagles win the turnover battle, good things seem to happen. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill on the Sports Bash, alongside Pete G, Cheap Seats Pete, on-site producing, Josh Henning back at the studio. And I want to continue talking about the offense, because the offense was a problem yesterday. And it's been a problem all season long. And it was a tale of two halves for the Eagles offense. And Nick Sirianni is speaking right now, so we're going to monitor that as that goes along. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But the offense yesterday, Pete, I thought was an issue. And you can react as well at 609-403-0973 to jump aboard. Our question of the day is, how far do you think this team can go in the postseason? And with this offense, it concerns me, Pete. It concerns me. The first half, they came out gunslinging. They even threw it the first 3 plays of the game. Obviously, it didn't end up getting a first down. They went 3 and out. But then after that, you saw Jalen Hurts taking some shots, taking some chances down the field, had a couple of key drops for the most part with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith throughout the entirety of the game. But the offense looked pretty solid in the first half, and for some reason they went away from that in the second half. I like the way the Eagles came out yesterday. They came out aggressive, and against a pass defense that's pretty dang good. They were completing a lot of passes and going down the field, and the offense had a little bit of rhythm to it. Jalen Hurts was also impressive in that start. So my question is, what happened, Pete? What happened? Why do you go away from Jalen Hurts being so successful with the pass opening up the run for you? Why do you go away from that?
I think yesterday's game, the Eagles wasted a lot of advantages and opportunities of what your defense was doing to Josh Allen. I mean, he was seeing ghosts out there in the second half, and it's happened too often this season. There's a lot of times where they're late to break the huddle. The play call gets into Jalen way too late. There's 2 seconds left on the play clock, and he's got to snap the ball. That needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
But it's been like that all season long. So I think the coaches, and you talked about Sirianni speaking today, they don't seem to be fazed by this offense and their struggles. But I think they need to do some self-examination, look in the mirror, and try to do something. I know it's week 18, so you're not going to be able to reinvent the wheel here, but they have to be able to just move the chains and maybe stop the 3 and outs that kill them.
It would be nice for them to put a complete football game together on the offensive side. It'd be awesome. It'd be great if they could finally do that, and they did that against the Commanders. They did that against the Raiders. But then again, it was the Commanders and the Raiders. Yesterday, you play a really good football team in the Buffalo Bills. You go up 13-0. You're in control of the game, and then you lay back. You start running it on first and second down. The run game is not opening up the pass. You're falling behind at 3rd and 6 or more for a majority of your third downs in the second half. I mean, to have only 17 yards, total yards in the second half is unacceptable from a defending Super Bowl champion. And I want to hear from you and your thoughts on this heading into the postseason at 609-403-0973. By the way, the 3 p.m. hour is brought to you by Broadley's Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Broadley's is your trusted source for heating and plumbing service and installation for generations. Call them at 609-390-3907 or visit them online at broadleys.net. I got the text board up, and the texts are flying in here, Pete. Ray from EHT says, I think we're going to go to the division round. It's not always looking great, but it always turns out the way it needs to right when you need it. The Rams aren't looking so hot right now. The only one looking real good is San Francisco and Seattle, so anything could happen, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about it earlier. This team just has a knack for winning these close games. No matter the hostile environment, no matter where they play, they just have a knack for not turning the ball over, not making that costly turnover that we saw Josh Allen make yesterday. And they just win these games, their way, on their terms.
And listen, they do find a way to win, and I got to give them credit.
I mean, it's unreal how you could be a team in the NFL, not have one completion in the second half,
but things tighten up
and win a game.
That's what I mean. Things tighten up in the postseason. They've done it twice this year. Twice they've done it, and I just can't understand how they continue to win these games, and that's why I'm worried about the postseason and how far they can go with winning like this.
Do you think that, let me ask you this, do you think that the coaches are being honest with themselves in that how bad the offense was yesterday?
I don't know.
Maybe that's not sustainable in the playoffs?
I don't get it. It's not sustainable in the playoffs.
Or do you think they have a formula that works? They've seen it work countless times, and they're going to run it until it doesn't work.
Now, Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, he's their sports anchor, brought up during Grayson's grades. Maybe there is a thought out there that they don't want to show certain formations, certain schematic plays.
Like it's still August 10th?
Like it's the preseason.
Right.
Like it's training camp. I mean, we're heading into week 18, for goodness sake. And we're still talking about what's the identity of this offense. We don't have one.
See, I hate that. Listen, and I've heard the same thing. A lot of people have mentioned, guys, that, the Eagles are holding things back. Well, you can hold things back and still play quality football.
Still win. They're talented.
I was reading the book earlier this year, The Why Is Everything, the story about the Mike Shanahan treehouse, like Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay and Mike LaFleur and all those guys are all from that coaching tree, right?
Yes.
And one thing they talk about in the book is how, all those coaches, they have plays, so many plays they never get to them ever. They literally have, pages and pages and pages of plays to the point where, when the Rams brought in McVay and Jared Goff second year, the Goff wasn't sure he could memorize all the plays because there are so many plays. It's that's the way it should be. You should have so many plays that you don't need plays to hold back from. Just go out there and play football. And I think that's part of the problem, to your point, Pete. I don't think the Eagles fully appreciate the fact that they have an offense that is functioning at such a poor level.
They have the highest paid offense in football.
Correct.
The highest paid. They are paying more for their players than anybody in the National Football League, and their offense can't put up more than 20 yards in the second half?
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Yeah, they're the New York Mets at this point.
Yeah, for real. All right. I want to get back to the text board and continue this conversation. Jason chimes in, for a team that has traveled every week, I think we're doing good, and defense wins championships. No reason we can't go all the way because they find a way. And Jason, you're not wrong. I totally agree with you. They've had a tough schedule this year. They've beaten Tampa in Tampa. They've beaten Kansas City in Kansas City. They just beat Buffalo in Buffalo. They have had some really good wins this year on a difficult schedule, and they've traveled a lot, Pete.
And
they've traveled a lot.
They've played basically every day except for Tuesday and Wednesday, right? They've had the Friday night, Black Friday, obviously the Saturday game last week.
A lot of night games after the first couple weeks. Right. And
so that cannot be understated enough that this was a tough schedule this year. They're the defending Super Bowl champions. Kansas City fell apart late in the season, Eagles did not collapse like everyone thought that they would, like a la 2023. So that cannot be understated enough that where this team is. To win 11 games, maybe 12, that's pretty good.
Well, that's a big key, right? This isn't 2023. This is not the 2023 Philadelphia Eagles. And you know why? Because of that defense.
Exactly.
The defense that we've talked about. They have won them games, single-handedly won them games. And that happened yesterday. They won that game because of their defense. That one turnover by Josh Allen fumbling the ball early on in the first half, that was a key to victory yesterday. When they win the turnover battle and when your defense is sacking Josh Allen 5 times, you're going to win a lot of football games. However, things tighten up in the postseason, and you can have a great defense and everything. In today's NFL, you have to score. And the problem has been our expectations with this offense and the Philadelphia Eagles are so sky high, and we've seen this offense flourish. We saw them put up 40-plus points against the Kansas City Chiefs, pretty much end the dynasty last year. We've seen this offense do amazing things. That's why we are so disappointed into what we have seen on display this year. They have not gotten the most out of their talent. The highest paid talent in the National Football League continues to falter and not be good enough. The defense is winning them a lot of games this year, and the offensive philosophy in the second half yesterday was a major problem. All right, back to the text board. Phil in Brigantine, he is chiming in. He says, guys, not sure what to think. The old adage, a win is a win, doesn't really apply. The 3 and outs have consistently been an issue. Maybe Lane coming back could make a motivational difference like it seemed Carter did yesterday. The offense has it in their DNA. They've done it and won it. Time to wake up. Would love to see them get the 2 seed, have 2 wins at home, and hope the 1 gets bounced last year. Go Lions.
Oh, go Lions, yes. They need to beat the Bears for that 2 seed.
That might be my favorite text of the day, Pete. That might be my favorite text of the day so far, Phil and Brigantine. I mean, he hit every point. The win's a win. Yes, it is. But right now it's not applying. They barely escaped Buffalo.
Why is it not applying, though, right? Like we keep saying that.
Because the offense is not going to be able to win this way in the playoffs.
How do you know?
They have to put up more points. The defenses get better. Things get tighter. You're going to have to go on the road again.
Yeah, no question. Things get tighter, and the playoff football is different.
Here's why I love the text. He brought up Lane Johnson.
Right.
You're getting Lane back for the postseason. How much of a difference is he going to make? Remember how bad their record is without Lane Johnson. They've won 3 straight games
without Lane Johnson.
So that's pretty good. If they get him back, I mean, maybe the offense can elevate a little bit more.
But, guys, how is Lane going to fix guys dropping the ball? How is Lane going to fix poor play calling? How is Lane – how does Lane – Lane was out there, remember, in early October.
These guys wake up a little bit.
Can I give you an answer to that?
Sure.
They'll get more, maybe, hopefully. I'm not saying this is a given. They could get more push on the offensive line, open up some more gaping holes for Saquon Barkley to get the run game.
Yeah, but see, Lane was the same guy who back in early October said that the offense is too predictable, that they weren't executing
I'm
very
not
well.
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing, Josh, but maybe it could give them a spark. Like he mentioned, Jalen Carter gave them a spark yesterday. He came in, no problem.
But the defense is already playing well.
Defense is playing well. We'll see. I mean, Lane Johnson, he's an X factor for sure. We'll see how much it means to the Philadelphia Eagles. By the way, once again, the 3 p.m. hour is sponsored by Broadlee's Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Broadlee's is your trusted source for heating and plumbing service and installation for generations. Call them at 609-390-3907 or visit them online at broadlees.net. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash. We are live from the Fanatics Sportsbook inside the gallery at the Ocean Casino Resort. We'll have more on the other side. We'll get to your text. We'll continue with the Eagles talk. Football at 4 is right around the corner as well. You're listening to 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Canucks.
Tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedork bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
He's got Zegras going to the net. Zegras shoots. He scores! Trevor Zegras buries his 14th of the year.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey. Tomorrow night, coverage begins after Sixers basketball on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
Oh, a save again by Vladar.
97.3 ESPN.
It's that time of year. Happy Honda days are here at Boardwalk Honda, proud sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network on 97.3 ESPN. Drive home the 2026 Honda HR-V LX all-wheel drive, now $259 for 36 months. Or lease the 2026 Civic LX full-wheel drive, now only $219 a month for 36 months. Don't miss the moment. Get these limited-time specials through January 5th at Boardwalk Honda. Go Birds! 10,000 miles per year, $29.95 due at signing. Must lease through Honda Financial Services. Excludes tax, title, and dock fees. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and you can get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SUPPLY to get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SUPPLY to get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank. That's code SUPPLY for up to a $5 cashback bonus.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Hey, Max Relief here. Did you know your tax debt is growing every minute? Look, it just grew again. Penalties and interest are added every day to your debt, and the IRS will take aggressive actions to collect. To protect yourself from garnishments, levies, and liens, call Max from Tax Relief Helpers at 800-718-0153 or visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com. If you owe $10,000 or more in tax debt, our licensed tax professionals are ready to step in immediately. Tax Relief Helpers negotiates with the IRS to settle your debt for less. Call 800-718-0153 now. At Tax Relief Helpers, we start every case with a real conversation. Your tax debt is personal, and your solution should be too. The IRS isn't waiting. Every second matters. Visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com now or call 800-718-0153. When tax brings grief, call Max Relief.
For Max Relief, call Tax Relief Helpers.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Never thought this radio stunt would catch on so big.
On 97.3 ESPN.
Well, you got to look at the bright side of last night's victory over the Buffalo Bills. Eagles win 13-12. The defense played absolutely fantastic, so that is one piece of the puzzle that was the bright side.
Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great song.
Great song.
Great song. I'm Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill on the Sports Bash. We are live at the Fanatic Sportsbook inside the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort AC. And by the way, tons of New Year's Eve celebrations going on at Ocean Casino. Ring in 2026 at Nola's Bar and Lounge, and cheers to the new year. Make this New Year's Eve an unforgettable night at Atlantic City's nightlife destination. Enjoy a premium hosted bar from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. and a complimentary glass of champagne for the big toast at midnight, along with live music all night. Purchase your tickets in advance for the lowest price available. Limited tickets available at $60. Get tickets today at theoceanac.com. And Sirianni, he spoke just a little bit ago to the media. I mean, not much there. There usually isn't much by Nick Sirianni. A lot of coach speak, Pete G. I'm reading some stuff coming out. Tim McManus, ESPN, tweeting out, Nick Sirianni does not say whether he'll rest his starters in the regular season finale against Washington, but he noted the importance of a down week in their 2 trips to the Super Bowl under him when asked for the argument for sitting players with their seating undetermined. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about during the break, Tanner McKee and Tank Bigsby could probably go out there and beat the Commanders.
I think they can.
Against Josh Johnson?
We know where I stand on this. I want them sitting down, resting, chillaxing. Have a week off, guys.
Just send the practice squad guys out there, maybe a couple fans.
Yeah, a couple fans. Why don't you get out there?
I could probably do a kickoff, maybe.
You're in the best shape of your life.
And just try and run away from everyone. But that's it.
All right.
I could down the ball. I could be on the punt team and down the ball.
All right.
That's it, though.
On the other side, football at 4. Jeff Mosher from Inside the Birds. He's going to join us to break it all down. I can't wait to get Jeff's thoughts on the offense, the defense, and the seeding heading into the postseason for the Philadelphia Eagles. On the other side, it is football at 4 right here on the Sports Bash, 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles finish the 2025 regular season this Sunday, hosting their NFC East rivals, the Washington Commanders.
Johnson takes the snap. He's looking. He fires the football, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by the team.
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
For over 135 years, First Bank of Sea Isle City has proudly served Cape May County with a commitment to maintaining a hometown feel. We provide secure, convenient deposit and loan products every day. We're more than just a bank. We're a trusted community partner, offering personalized banking solutions that make life easier for local families of all ages. First Bank of Sea Isle City. Look for our lighthouse in your neighborhood and discover what makes us different.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-498-6548. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-498-6548. That's 800-498-6548. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Is your home game day ready? Don't get sidelined this season with a heating or cooling breakdown. With a Jenkins service contract, you'll get reliable coverage, priority scheduling, and peace of mind all season long. For over 76 years, local homeowners have trusted Jenkins to keep their comfort system in winning form. Stay ahead of the competition. Lock in your service contract now and score big savings. Call 609-641-6262 or visit Jenkins skinsandsons.com today and make sure your home is always ready for kickoff.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Hello, I'm Chief Kevin Friel of the Atlantic County Association of Chiefs of Police. This year, our communities have seen an increase in crashes involving e-bikes and scooters. Many of these crashes had life-altering consequences. The safety of these vulnerable road users becomes a top priority among my partners in law enforcement and our community leaders.
I'm Chief Robert Summers. It's important to remember that electric bikes are nearly silent. Pedestrians and drivers may not hear you coming, so stay alert and ride slowly. Always wear a helmet, ride with traffic, avoid distractions, and use lights and reflectors when riding at night.
I'm Chief Stephen Cunningham. As we enter the busy holiday season, I'm asking you to consider safety first when riding an e-bike or before purchasing one for a child. E-bikes are popular among young people and look like toys, but they don't come without risk.
Hello, I am William Reynolds, the Atlantic County Prosecutor. The Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office supports the ongoing commitment of our law enforcement agencies to keeping our residents and visitors safe at all costs. By working together, we can prevent the senseless loss of life on our roadways.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland, myrkkia.com.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They've got him, it's a sack!
Sixers.
Oh, baby!
And Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN presents The Sports Bash with Mike Gill. It's time for Football at 4, powered by the Inside the Birds podcast.
Just hungry to bring back another Lombardi to Philly. The fans deserve it. Our team deserves it. Culture begs for it.
Now live, this is Football at 4.
All right, Football at 4 brought to you by Ocean Casino Resort and the Fanatics Sportsbook. The place to be this football season is Ocean Casino. Go to the Fanatics Sportsbook. Go to Ocean. Go for a win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. And it is now time for Football at 4. Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, going to join us today. Jeff, what an ending yesterday, to say the least, by the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill, Pete G, my on-site producer. And, Jeff, I want to start with the defense. I'm going to start you with a positive note, okay? The defense was spectacular yesterday. They got to Josh Allen 5 times, and Jalen Carter, he was right in the middle of it. What did you make of the return of Jalen Carter?
Yeah, we talked about this last week. He's either going to feel better because he took 3 weeks off, but he didn't play or practice in 3 weeks, or because the PRP injections really help. And I've spoke to a few medical professionals who say that there's really not enough of a data of efficacy on these things to really say that they work. But in any case, if you give a guy, 3 weeks off, he's going to look a little bit more spry. And he even said to reporters, he couldn't do a push-up before, his arms were hurting that much, and now he can. And I thought he obviously, again, came through with 2 of the biggest plays in the game, the sack on Josh Allen, and then, of course, maybe the biggest play, the PAT block. I think you have to give a guy a lot of credit, a defensive lineman, when they make plays that are outside of their normal jurisdiction. I mean, this guy, you guys have seen this, right? He tries to intercept the spike on several, which just shows you how much hustle and desire that he's got. And of course, we've seen him and Jordan Davis block kicks on special teams this season. So this is a good sign for him and for the Eagles front. You have to wonder, he'll probably, if they rest, he won't play against the Commanders, but can the shoulders hold up over the grind of the playoff, which is, going to be most likely 4 games in 4 to 5 weeks. And I even he said it, like, he's not 100%. So I'm sure some of this will start to impact him, but if he can play at that level, that's pretty good for the Eagles.
Mosher, yesterday defensively, I mean, they held him to 12 points. James Cook, 74 yards on 20 carries. What was your biggest takeaway from the defense as a whole going into Buffalo, tough weather conditions, against Josh Allen, and coming away with a victory like they did?
Yeah, I think that, I definitely had some questions, despite how dominant they were against the Raiders and against the Commanders, because I really wanted to see them going up against, and even the Chargers, who had that really beat up offensive line. I mean, if you watch any Chargers game since then, it's amazing how good they've been offensively, or Justin Herbert, because that guy gets beat up every single time the ball gets snapped to him. But this Bills offensive line is a good offensive line. Their running game is fantastic, and the Eagles shut it down. So if there were any lingering questions since the Bears game, really, about how efficient, how effective they can be against the run, which is where it all has to start for them, those should be answered. I think they're in a really good place, and to be able to do all that without Nakobe Dean, I think was really good. There's nothing bad to say about the defense. I don't even think some of the plays the Bills made in the second half that were big plays were bad defensive plays. I mean, they really almost pitched a perfect game there.
Yeah, I mean, those Brandon Cooks catches were just –
and
he's not going to make those – yeah.
Right.
Moshe, I wanted to ask you about Sirianni after the game. He said if you come out of this game focused on the negative, you're going to have a quote-unquote miserable existence. And he talked about how hard it is to win in Buffalo. You got to give yourself points for these tough wins. Do you get a sense from him and the coaching staff that they know how bad the offense has been in some of these tough wins that they've talked about? Or is this just their formula for success and they're going to keep running it until they turn into a pumpkin?
I tell you, I've always thought Nick Sirianni had the right temperament and mindset for what he's got to deal with in Philadelphia, and I still think he does. But however, and it's really hard to read too much into a clip of something you see. But there's that video of him walking into the stadium after the win, and he's like hamming it up, and now what's everybody going to say? And right next to him is A.J. Brown looking at him like, what? Again, I have no idea if A.J. Brown even understood or knew, so I'm not really judging it off A.J. Brown's blank look, but I do think it's a little awkward to sit there and pound your chest after, because nobody else seemed to be doing it, right? I mean, it's okay to be happy with a win. It's okay to tell the media, to tell your team that was a hard-fought win. That's fine. It was just a very strange flex, though, to be like, what are they going to say about us now? I think that's what he says, or something of that, when what they're saying about you now is how lucky you were to win that game, and how if this keeps up, which, I mean, we're in week 17, fellas, right? It's not even about keeping up. If this is who the Eagles are, it very well could come back to bite them in the playoffs.
Football at 4, powered by the Inside the Birds podcast. Jeff Mosher, also a Philly voice, joining us right now. And, Jeff, I tuned into the post-game show with you and Kaplan last night a little bit, and you made a great analogy, okay? You said you're trying not to be negative, but you're just disappointed. You're like a kid. Like, you're just disappointed. You're not mad at them, but you're just disappointed in the way the offense has played this year. I mean, that second half, the philosophy coming out of halftime, I mean, run, pass, it was so predictable. I mean, what do you make of the way they came out of halftime yesterday?
Well, it's hard because when you only run that few plays, it's very I have no empirical evidence to say if they went pass, run, that they would have been any better, right? Like, we do not know. I feel, though, fair in being critical, because I felt, and you probably heard me and Kaplan a little bit arguing about it, like in the first half, even though they were more aggressive in the first half, which is true, they came out throwing the ball and they were moving the ball at times. There were 2 or 3 plays in this first half that I felt were almost harbingers for the second half, like submissive type plays. I mean, they were at the 13-yard line, up 10-0, second quarter, not too much time left, and you got a chance to put the ball in the end zone there. It's 3rd and 8, and so no matter what, like if you put the ball in the end zone and you don't get a touchdown, you still can kick the field goal anyway, right? I guess you're mitigating against turnover, which bothers me sometimes, but they threw that little swing screen to Dallas Goedert for 3 yards. And I thought, you didn't even throw a forward pass there. I mean, you have the Bills on the ropes. You need points because the Bills have a history of, especially in their stadium, coming back. And you were moving the ball well. I just felt that was submissive. There was a 2nd and long run that was submissive. And so even though, and I understood Adam's point about, yes, they were aggressive in the first half, but it's like the analogy I would make would be like, you're not a straight A student if you get 5 A's and 1 B. So they weren't a super aggressive team to me in the first half because I'm knocking them for 2 or 3 submissive plays that I believe started to set the stage for how they were going to play in the second half.
Right. And looking at the second half, they had 5 third downs of 3rd and 6 or more. I mean, that's not a formula to win football games and drive down the field, Jeff. So, I mean, when they're in these 3rd
Au contraire, Nick, they've lived in 3rd and long all year long, and they're 11-5, right? I know.
So, I mean, looking at that, based upon, it seemed like they were more aggressive. I mean, the first 3 plays of the game, they went pass to start it. So that's why I think people were like, oh, they were really aggressive in the first half. And then the second half, it was just a total opposite. I mean, why go back and revert back to what you've done and didn't work early on in the season? Why do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe because they ran the ball pretty decently in the first half, listen, of course they expected that they were going to get good runs when they weren't. There was a play, though, where they went under center and handed it off to Barkley, and he got annihilated. And if you just look at the play before the ball is snapped, the Bills have everybody in the box. It seemed like a pretty good time to either change the play call, like flip the direction of the run so it's not up the middle, or just check into something else. But we've seen this all year. They don't do that. They wait for a second left on the clock to snap the ball so that the defense has surveyed them for about an hour, it seems like, and diagnosed the play. So you have a whole lot of issues there that you've seen all year long, and you're asking why, and I can't tell you why, other than they seem to look at the overall record and think because we win. But that's great until you don't win.
Yeah, it's like playing the over-unders, and you play the under, 10 straight times, and then that one time you get bit when the game goes over.
Yeah.
At least that's what happens to me all the time. But, Mosher, I wanted to ask you about the offensive line. You talked about
I got a phone number for you, Pete, if you need to call it.
Yeah, 1-800-GAMBLER. Yeah.
They got it posted somewhere in here.
The offensive line, you talked about Barkley getting hit in the backfield. I think that was the Cam Jurgens whiff maybe you're referring to.
I thought that was earlier, but it could have been that
maybe,
one.
But, he had a bad whiff. Fred Johnson almost got injured because Tyler Steen got pushed back into him. He went nuts on the sidelines. What did you think of the offensive line yesterday? And the second half, was that why they couldn't really do much? Did you understand the play calling from a sense they try to run the ball, try to eat the clock up? They were up 13-0 in Buffalo, and they just could not run the ball. Did you understand the play calling from that side of things?
Like I said, I understood if they expected that they were going to run the ball better. I don't think I said it in the post-game show sort of like tongue-in-cheek that they were coaching as if they were up 26-0, not 13-0. I don't think they were calling plays to take time off the clock. They didn't have enough plays to be able to do that. Although I do think by that third possession of the second half, when they did go run pass, like early in the fourth quarter, I did think that they were getting into that mode. Because at that point, you're in the fourth quarter now, your third quarter offense was not very good, and you're kind of doing the same thing, just hoping as your defense just holds them, you're just probably thinking, bam, we're going to just our defense will keep bailing us out. So I do think there was some of that later as the game went on. I just don't know in the third quarter what they thought that they were going to get or what they were hoping to get, but they weren't getting it.
We're talking with Jeff Mosher inside the Birds, football at 4. Jeff, when we talk about the offense, Jalen Hurts somehow seems to find a way. And his record against Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson is unbelievable. 7-1 over the past couple of years, right? So for Jalen, I know the second half was a struggle. He did not complete a pass for the second time in the second half and still won the game this year. Just tell me about how he continues to find ways to win, and it just shows that maybe I guess he's just a big game quarterback. He doesn't need to put up those numbers like all those other quarterbacks that I just listed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't – this is not – it just doesn't feel like the game to use that as the comparison because they could have lost it just as easily as they won it, right? It wasn't – and it wasn't his fault either way. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I don't think 0 for 7 was like – he was terrible. He wasn't great, but he wasn't terrible. I just what I would say to that is, I think that Jalen Hurts has made strides this year as a passer. I thought that ball that he threw in the first half on the fourth possession, maybe second possession of the second quarter to Devontae Smith between two defenders was one of his best throws of the season. And he's made a couple of those kind of throws lately, like the Chargers or same Devontae Smith, third and long, right? And it boggles my mind that they put the ball in his hands in those situations. He makes those throws, and then they sort of not let him do that as the game goes on. And I know, this is not a guy you want dropping back 40 times. Totally understand that. But he was in a good rhythm, and I felt like the play calling got him out of that rhythm, got the whole offense out of that rhythm. And, I think if the Eagles are going to lose, right, I'd almost rather see them go down like 34-30 and say, hey, they left it all on the table with their passing game and tried because they know that they're just not getting that impactful run game that they got last year back. And you almost could probably be more at peace with it than if they lose a game 13-12 in the playoffs because they just did the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, is that them like playing scared, like just risk averse, like not wanting to make that costly turnover? And they might just go down like that?
They don't call it that, right?
They don't want to call it that.
Smart. Even Jalen Hurts. You would think Jalen Hurts, of all people, would sort of kind of go all A.J. Brown on it and say, hey, let me throw the ball a little more when we're doing well like that. But he defends the decisions as much as Nick Sirianni or anyone else. And he says that this is the smart way to play. And, if you're into analytics, it's correct because they win. They've won at like a 75% clip this year. So if you count the beginning of the year and this year. So it's hard to argue with until you lose a game. And I think as the Eagles have showed you this year against the Giants, against the Bears, against the Broncos, like they're not as flawless as they were last year. Right? Last year at this time, we felt, man, it's either them or the Lions, and they're probably just as good, if not better, than the Lions. We never got that matchup. And as soon as the Lions were out, it was like the Eagles are going to be in the Super Bowl. And then as soon as they're in the Super Bowl, and you saw how the Chiefs were playing, it felt like inevitable. This year, I think we can all agree, at least it feels like the gap between the Eagles and other teams are not only closer, but the Eagles may not be the best team in the NFC. I mean, I think the Rams are the most complete team or played the best football from start to finish than the Eagles. Not to say the Eagles can't beat any of these teams, but the gap just isn't there.
You mentioned last year Detroit was the 1 seed. The Eagles were the 2 seed. Lions got clipped. Eagles became the 1 seed. This year, they have a chance to become the 2 seed again, but they're going to need help to do that. Sirianni was asked about playing the starters in Week 18. He kind of said, we're not there yet, but we do see the value in resting our guys because we've done it before, and we've succeeded with that. Where do you stand on Week 18, Jeff?
So, all right, if you guys may have to help me out just so that I understand. I've been busy with some Philly voice stuff today. The Bears would have to lose. Is it more than just the Bears would have to lose for the Eagles to get into the 2 seed?
Just the Bears have to lose to the Lions. The Eagles have to beat the Commanders. That is how they get the 2 seed.
Right. And the Bears are going to play the early game, correct? The NFL did it that way.
Same time.
Simultaneously, yep.
4:25.
The NFL is smart, right. Listen, I personally think the number 2 seed is very important. You get the extra home game, right? Like, if it's there, you should go for it. I don't know what Nick Sirianni is going to do, but, I mean, if it's there, at least you should go for it with your eye on the scoreboard. And, if the Bears are pulling away and you feel good, you can take guys out, but I have a feeling the Lions are going to
MO, though, right? I mean, that is their MO, just the rest of their guys. They really see the value in not playing their guys when they don't have to.
Yeah, but there's not really been this is a different situation where there's a big difference between being obviously the 2 and 3 seed as far as home games. So I think that would merit maybe a different course of action.
And if you're the 2 seed, you would play the Green Bay Packers in the first round. I mean, that's different than it's different than San Francisco or the Rams, etc. Like,
maybe
that would be a more favorable matchup. But Jeff, I mean, how much trust do you have in the Lions to beat the Chicago Bears, especially with Chicago coming off of a loss last night? They're going to want to find a way to win in the final week of the year.
Well, I mean, there's certainly worse teams that they could be playing. The Lions have had a disappointing season, but they are 8-8, and they will. I think they've got the right guy in Dan Campbell to motivate them to want to win that game. So I would think that this is not going to be a cakewalk for the Bears by any stretch. So that will keep things interesting. But going back to that conversation, the 2 seed would get you most likely right. The Packers, the way the Packers have been, they're a little beat up. I know Jordan Love was out. He'll probably be back. But I don't know if the Rams wind up getting the 6 seed or the Niners get the 6. Is that any better? I mean, it almost makes me think the 3-6 matchup might be. Well, let's see. If they get it almost makes me think that you should go for the 2 seed to get the Packers, because that might actually be a better opponent than the Rams or the Seahawks or the Niners.
Right. So you would start everybody next week going into the game and then scoreboard watch. Would that be probably best case scenario?
I would go for the 2 seed. I think it's important. I think getting another home game is a big thing. Yeah.
All right, Mosher, before we let you go, Lane Johnson most likely going to be back for the postseason. I don't know about next week, but how much of a difference will he make to this offense, if any, in the running game if he is to return for the postseason?
I mean, Lane Johnson has played, I'm trying to think, 10 or 11 games this year. And while he's great, it's not like the Eagles have had a fantastic running game at all at any point this year. So he certainly helps, and you'd want him back. But I don't think Fred has been a liability very much, if at all. Yeah, Lane's played 10 games, and the Eagles have not had a great running game in any of the 10. Well, maybe against the Giants, they've had a couple of good moments. But I guess I'm saying is I don't think it's going to make some kind of huge difference in the run game, which is the area of the offense that must improve, or listen, the area of the offense that if it did get back to last year's form, you'd feel really, really good about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl again.
All right, Jeff, that'll wrap it up for us at Football at 4. We appreciate you jumping on today with the BC team. I don't even know at this point, but we appreciate it. Have a happy new year. We'll talk to you soon. I'm sure you'll talk to Mr. Mike Gill when he returns back to the Sports Bash. Thanks, Jeff.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, guys. And Pete, be careful, man. Save that money, brother, all right?
We'll get him the number on the way out. There's Jeff Mosher from Inside the Birds. Jeff P. Mosher on Twitter. Also, Philly Voice as well. And Inside.
Truth be told, my betting side, my units are like about a couple dollars here and there, okay?
I love
I'm not
it.
betting my mortgage or my daughter's college education on the over-unders of
That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that for you. All right. We're broadcasting live from the Fanatic Sportsbook at Ocean Casino Resort. By the way, Football at 4 is brought to you by Ocean Casino Resort and the Fanatic Sportsbook. The place to be this football season is Ocean Casino. Go to Fanatic Sportsbook. Go to the Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. All right. On the other side, we got a platter. We got nuggets. We got a slice of Pete's Pizza. We got Josh's Jerky. Couple of different stories that we want to get to. It's been all Eagles today, reaction on Monday. But we're going to switch it up a little bit. Talk maybe a little Phils. Maybe a little Flyers, Sixers. Who knows? We'll get into it on the other side. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill on the Sports Bash. You're listening to 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow, bowl season continues on ESPN Radio.
Here we go. Get your taste buds all fired up.
First at 5 Eastern, Tennessee faces Illinois in the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl. Then it's
It's USC TCU in the Valero Alamo Bowl.
Hey, you already know what it is, man. Don't take this opportunity for granted.
It's College Bowl season tomorrow night on South Jersey's classic rock station, Rock 104.1.
Brought to you by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Ring in 2026 at Nola's Bar and Lounge at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Make this New Year's an unforgettable night and enjoy a premium hosted bar and live music all night. Whether you're dancing the night away or toasting with friends, Nola's Bar and Lounge at Ocean Casino Resort is the place to celebrate the beginning of the new year. For tickets, visit theoceanac.com.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Hey, Max Relief here. Did you know your tax debt is growing every minute? Look, it just grew again. Penalties and interest are added every day to your debt, and the IRS will take aggressive actions to collect. To protect yourself from garnishments, levies, and liens, call Max from Tax Relief Helpers at 800-718-0153 or visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com. If you owe $10,000 or more in tax debt, our licensed tax professionals are ready to step in immediately. Tax Relief Helpers negotiates with the IRS to settle your debt for less. Call 800-718-0153 now. At Tax Relief Helpers, we start every case with a real conversation. Your tax debt is personal, and your solution should be too. The IRS isn't waiting. Every second matters. Visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com now or call 800-718-0153. When tax brings grief, call Max Relief.
For Max Relief, call Tax Relief Helpers.
It's that time of year. Happy Honda days are here at Boardwalk Honda, proud sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network on 97.3 ESPN. Drive home the 2026 Honda HR-V LX all-wheel drive, now $259 for 36 months. Or lease the 2026 Civic LX full-wheel drive, now only $219 a month for 36 months. Don't miss the moment. Get these limited-time specials through January 5th at Boardwalk Honda. Go Birds! 10,000 miles per year, $29.95 due at signing. Must lease through Honda Financial Services. Excludes tax, title, and dock fees. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 321-321. That's METER to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
This is the Town Square, New Jersey Info and Weather Network.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on 97.3 ESPN.
Hurts puts Calcaterra in motion. Hurts fakes, rolls, throws. Touchdown! He's got Goddard for his 11th touchdown of the season.
Merrill Reese with the call as the Eagles defeated the Buffalo Bills 13-12, improving to 11-5 as they head into the regular season finale against Washington Sunday. That 1-yard touchdown was added to 2 field goals by Jake Elliott that gave Philadelphia a 13-0 lead, but the Bills rallied with 2 Josh Allen touchdown runs, but a missed extra point and a failed 2-point conversion sealed the win for the Eagles. The Sixers head to Memphis Tuesday to face the Grizzlies. Philadelphia has dropped 3 straight, losing to Oklahoma City on Sunday, 129-104. Tyrese Maxey with 28 points. Joel Embiid did not play in that game due to an ankle issue and is listed as a game-time decision for Tuesday against Memphis. The Flyers will continue their road trip Tuesday facing Vancouver. Philadelphia losing Sunday to the Seattle Kraken 4-1.
Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm John Thayer on 97.3 ESPN.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
We have the perfect solution for sitting in traffic.
You come with me.
The Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
And we are back. The Fanatics Sportsbook, Ocean Casino Resort. I am Nick Earnshaw. Nicky Nuggets filling in for Mike Gill today. Pete G, Cheap Seats Pete, on-site producing, hanging with Henning back at the studio, doing a great job per usual. Always has the great returns. He knows my taste in music, I would say. All right. Now it's time for Nick's Nuggets. It's brought to you by White Horse RV Center. Find fall closeout savings on 2025s and select pre-owned RVs. Shop now before they're gone at White Horse RV. Your RV adventure starts here. So I want to get into the Nuggets. And, I have a nugget. You got a slice, Pete. Josh, he has.
I got 2 slices, actually.
You got 2 slices.
2 baseball slices.
2 baseball slices for me today?
If we could get to them.
We'll get to them for sure. I got a nugget for you. And, we've been talking a lot of Eagles today, a lot of it. And we're going to switch it up here with the Nuggets. Sometimes that's what we like to do. And I got a basketball nugget for you. And I want to talk about Tyrese Maxey. So today, some of the first All-Star voting came out today. The first fan returns have been released. And right now, Tyrese Maxey is second in the East for the first fan All-Star voting returns. He is only behind Giannis Antetokounmpo in the second spot, and he is way ahead in that second spot. Jalen Brunson is behind him by about 32,000 votes, Pete.
Wow.
That is how dominant Tyrese Maxey has been this year, second in the All-Star voting. As of right now, the first return's coming through. And it's well-deserved at this point because Maxey has been unbelievable carrying this team. Joel's in, Paul George is in and out of the lineup. All different lineups throughout the year that he's had to deal with. He's put this team on his back. He's played a lot of minutes. And it is well-deserved for Tyrese Maxey, second in the voting right now. Pete G, are you stunned he's that far ahead of Jalen Brunson?
Yes, especially with the New York fans, no question. But this would be his first All-Star appearance, correct?
I believe so. I believe so.
This second? Okay.
It would be second, right?
Right.
Because I remember early on in his career, he played in, what is it? What's the game with all, the rookies and stuff like that?
Oh, the rookie-sophomore game or something?
Yeah. He played in that, I remember. But it's well deserved. Like,
And regardless, this is a threshold that Maxey, that you have to complete, I guess, to become a superstar in this league, right? Multiple-time All-Star. Maxey now has this to his All-Star 2 years ago. So Maxey now has this on his resume. Hopefully he can go to the All-Star game, show out a little bit, and get more notoriety that way.
Yeah, I mean, he made it one time. This would be his second time. And imagine if he's starting in the All-Star game, Tyrese Maxey. Now, granted, I understand that the All-Star game, in a majority of the sports, does not have the same juice as it used to. It
but
just
it's
doesn't.
still a footnote on your resume, right?
It's still a footnote on your
superstars
resume.
in the league, multiple-time All-Stars.
It's very similar to getting honored for the Pro Bowl, right? The Pro Bowl stinks. It's awful. It's not even a game anymore. It's flag football. It's games, whatever. However, it's still something that should go on your resume, even if you're not playing the game anymore, etc. To get selected to an All-Star game means something. And Tyrese Maxey, second in the first fan return voting, is interesting. Now, I made a prediction before the season even started, and I have the tape to prove it.
Do you?
I don't have it right now.
It's buried somewhere.
But it's buried somewhere, and I will find it.
On the floor.
Because if it happens, I'm bringing it out during a Nugget segment. That VJ Edgecombe will be in the dunk contest this year.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Could you imagine VJ Edgecombe in the dunk contest? He could single-handedly maybe revive it, Pete.
Yeah, I think so. That would be a great sight to see.
I think
we haven't
it's possible.
seen that since Iggy, right? The Sixers.
Well, you had Mac McClung.
Oh, well, that doesn't count.
It counts.
Mike Gill's calling those games in the G League.
He's calling one tonight.
He's calling one tonight, yeah.
He's calling the Blue Coats
Maybe McClung
tonight.
will be there on court side.
I mean, McClung, he this is what
I
he's
guess
known
so,
to do.
but
That counts.
A legit Sixers player.
Oh, come on.
That'd be the first time
He played
since
for
Iggy.
the Sixers a couple of games. It counts.
He did.
I mean, they had to go to the G League to find a guy to help revive the freaking the dunk contest.
But, I mean, you watch Edgecombe. I mean, he tries that yam from, like, the foul line.
Could you imagine they bring a car out and he's jumping over a car this time?
Yes, I could actually imagine it because he tries that dunk every game, it seems like.
I wanted to do this nugget because I wanted to get to that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because, great, Tyrese Maxey, second in the fan return votes so far. But imagine VJ Edgecombe in the dunk contest. I would love it.
Yeah.
That could revive it. That would give me some juice. And that would give me a reason to watch, Pete, because it's become unbearable over the past few years.
Edgecombe's actually a top pick, right? He plays, like, a lot. Fans pretty much know who he is.
Yes.
As opposed to these guys who do it now, it's a lot of, like,
you don't know who they are.
11th guys on the bench,
granted,
right?
Does the casual basketball fan know who VJ Edgecombe is yet? Probably not. I mean, let's be honest. I know we're in the Philadelphia market, Atlantic City market. We're in that area.
He does.
We know who
he is.
he is.
Pick, though. He has that going for him.
Is a top pick, but I think he would bring an electricity to the dunk contest.
Yeah.
We need some representation for Philadelphia in the All-Star events this year. Maybe one day we'll start caring about him again. All right.
That's good to see, though. Maxey
Second.
from the fans, too.
Yes, and 32,000 ahead of a New York Knick. That makes it even better, Pete.
Of the foul baiter, Jalen Brunson.
Oh, he's such a
foul baiter. Brunson.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Now, granted, Embiid sometimes exaggerates.
Oh, yes.
But it's still New York, and we love razzing on New York a little bit. And they play this Saturday back in New York again.
Do they?
Yeah, at the Garden.
Okay.
I'm not going to that one.
You're
I have
not
to
going to
work.
that game?
I have to work that one, so
right.
I will not be attending that one.
Well, they were down by 2 at halftime yesterday, and then I checked the box score about 20 minutes later, down by 20.
I was following the Thunder and Sixers game, and I'm like, oh, they're keeping it close in the halftime. Then the all
wheels came off,
encompassing third quarter that the Sixers have had so much trouble with this year. That happened, and then they lost.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
And Embiid did not play yesterday.
Embiid did not play. Typical. I don't think he'll play when we go to Radio Row either, because the Sixers will. When we're out in San Fran, they're going to play Golden State.
Well, guess what? I'm going to see Steph Curry.
That's your reasoning.
That's my guy, Steph Curry.
You don't want to see All-Star Tyrese Maxey?
Oh, well, yeah, him too, but I'm going to see Steph Curry.
All right, Pete. What do you got for me? What slice of pizza do you got for me today?
All right, Bryce Harper. I don't know if you saw this, but it seems that Bryce Harper, I'm going to get this straight here. He went out of his way, got a T-shirt made, then wore it while taking some swings in the batting cage, had somebody film it, and then posted on TikTok, and the shirt read, "Not elite."
I did see this.
Obviously in reference to Dave Dombrowski's comments after the season about Harper being question marks, if he's still elite, et cetera, et cetera. But yes, Bryce Harper did go out of his way to have a T-shirt made and posted on TikTok saying not elite. Is this, do you think, kind of falling into Dave Dombrowski's hands here? Is this the plan all along? Motivate your guy?
You know?
Or is this Harper kind of, being a little corny?
Well, he's being a little petty, that's for sure. It's clearly
petty, yes.
It's obviously pettiness from Bryce Harper because you knew people were going to take it and run with it.
Yes.
You knew that. You knew that was going to happen. So, I mean, listen, if you are Bryce Harper, you know everything you're doing. You know when you're, putting a TikTok out there, he's cooking in his kitchen. We know Bryce Harper likes to do that in the offseason. You know when he's in the cages. And the way that, they could have filmed it from the front. They could have done that.
Right.
The picture. They could have done a couple of different angles.
This was a clear message.
This was a message
to
for
Dave
sure.
Dombrowski?
Absolutely.
I've heard you loud and clear.
Absolutely. Now.
Or I'm pissed off,
Both.
Don't talk to me like that, basically.
Both. I think it's a little bit of both. But could we give Dave Dombrowski a little credit? Does he know what he's doing? Is he pushing the right buttons to get Bryce Harper fired up for next year?
I know.
To maybe have an elite season for
I know
once?
Josh Henning doesn't want to hear this, but Dave Dombrowski is an old fox. He knows what he's doing.
Silver fox.
Yes. he's handled
Haircut.
and managed egos plenty times before.
Listen, I think Harper's being a little petty here because, and I defended Dombrowski when this initially happened back in October. My whole thing was, look, I've been critical as anyone of Dave Dombrowski. The almighty, I'm smarter than everybody, hanging from his high porch with that stupid Phillies bat in the background of his house. Whenever he does Zoom calls.
Nice suit and a nice slick back.
Always, the hair is always like pristine, But listen, he was taken out of context because he never said that Harper wasn't elite anymore. What he was saying was that he did not have an elite season, that his play on the field was not at the level that they believe that he's capable of. Then he was asked, well, is Harper elite? And again, can he be elite again? He's like, well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think he was saying Harper wasn't elite, but for whatever reason, Bryce Harper taking it as, you don't believe in me? So, maybe, Pete, you're right. Maybe Dave Dombrowski figured the only way I can get through to this guy is to push his button and maybe call him names.
Little motivation there.
Well, because, this is part of the problem with the Phillies. They have a team that the leaders are supposed to be Schwarber and Harper and Realmuto, right? Right now, we have no idea if Realmuto is coming back or not. Yep. Do you know? I don't know. I have no clue.
Not a clue. Don't give him a third year either.
And now you're having to retool the locker room because your leaders, Harper and Schwarber, apparently don't have the chutzpah to tell Nick Castellanos and Matt Strom to stay in line. Because you had to bring in Adolis Garcia and Keller to be the guys who are more amenable in the locker room. So, what, maybe Dombrowski's like, well, the only way I can get through this guy is to call him names. And maybe you're right, Pete.
And I will say this. The team is not as good as they were last year. They are worse as it stands right now than last year. No doubt about it.
Yes.
Now, if the Harpers, the Schwarbers, those guys, the Trey Turners of the world, if they elevate their game, especially when it comes postseason time, maybe Adolis Garcia can elevate his game in the postseason again as well, they got a shot. But if that doesn't happen, you can't count on the other guys. This is one of the worst outfields put together as it stands right now in baseball. And Hembo brought it up multiple times. He put out on his podcast, Baseball Tonight podcast with Buster Olney, he talked about how bad the outfield is.
Yeah, he's mad.
So if you're Bryce Harper, I hope it lit a fire under you. I hope that Dave Dombrowski calling you not elite, not having a good season last year, not an elite season last year, lit a fire under you. Because this team has not been good enough. It has not been good enough when it's gotten to the postseason. They have choked time and time again. Time and time again. So, yeah, Bryce, you were an elite last year, and I'm glad you were wearing that T-shirt. I hope it lit a fire under you when your president of baseball operations calls you out. I love it.
If we were to decipher what Harper is trying to, what his message is it, I heard you, Dave Dombrowski, I'm going to be motivated this year, or is it,
both?
Go take a walk, Dave Dombrowski.
I think it's a little bit of
Bryce Harper.
I think it's a little bit of a culmination of both right there, Pete. Like I think it's like I heard you, I want. He's in the cages. Also the setting of the
setting,
video.
yes.
I think makes a lot of sense.
I liked how
too.
dark it was. It kind of gave you almost like a villain vibe. It's like
You believe this was just cinematic?
Oh yeah, this was staged.
Bryce knows what
completely.
Bryce is a TikToker now. I mean,
Yes.
the guy's making like all these different, I don't even know, banana breads and things of that
Well,
nature.
you don't know them.
Drake-
Me and Pete don't know. I mean, for goodness
Well,
sake.
I've been following Drake May's wife, Bakemas. The
What?
12 days
What?
of Bakemas on TikTok. If you Drake May's wife, right? She was baking different.
This
Christmas
hasn't even
dishes.
gotten
I
to
did
my
not know
algorithm.
about this.
This hasn't even gotten to my algorithm, Pete.
I think I follow Portnoy too much, probably.
Oh, man. You're watching Drake May's wife?
Right,
Yeah,
not
she
Drake
was a
May.
baker?
Drake May's
Look
wife.
it up. She did a whole 12 days of Bakemas, and she would bake a different Christmas dish.
That's something I
leading
should
up
know
to
about.
Christmas.
Pete G knowing about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Pete G, the TikToker over here, big content guy.
True.
All right, Josh.
Well, I
What-
got one more.
Oh, you got one more. All right, let's get to it real quick.
Now,
Oh,
January
geez.
2nd is the.
Screw me.
slices.
Screw me. Back
Well,
to
I
Pete.
said if we can get to it. January
Real quick.
2nd is the deadline for the Japanese pitcher Aime.
Yeah.
So he has to make a decision by January 2nd if he's going to sign or go back to Japan.
Right.
Phillies are rumored to be interested. One of the few teams out there.
I mean,
where do you stand on this? You and Henning.
Listen, I would like to see the Philadelphia Phillies in the future, even if it's this year, whenever, try and become a player in the Japanese market. I would love them to do that because there's a lot of talent coming out of Japan. I mean, we've seen Shohei Ohtani, the obvious one. Yamamoto with the Dodgers. It seems like a lot of the West Coast teams usually are the teams that end up with a lot of these players. But the Phillies have definitely lacked in the Japanese market for sure. If they can get a player, great. I just like to see them do something else because Adolis Garcia cannot be the move. It cannot be the move this offseason. They have to be better. And I know they're right up against the tax that they don't want to pay. They don't want to go even further into the luxury tax. But
do they need another top-of-the-line
they
starter?
need another bat, man.
They need another bat.
They need
another bat.
Not a top-of-the-line starter.
Listen, at this point, I don't hate the idea of adding pitching. I just don't want to see them to add pitching instead of adding hitting. You know what I mean?
Right. But,
Yeah.
I mean, there is something to say about the starting pitching next year. It's not the same. Wheeler's coming off a big-time injury. You don't know what he's going to be. Jesus Luzardo, sure, solid, great. Sanchez, you could probably count on Sanchez. Nola, I don't even know what Nola is anymore.
Innings eater.
Just going to eat some innings. Oh, he wasn't even that last year because he was
No,
hurt.
you're
So
right.
Yeah, he
that's
was
a
barely
problem.
doing that last year.
And what on earth is Andrew Painter? Because he was awful in AAA last year. So, and Ranger, we don't think he's probably coming back either. So, I mean, this team has so many question marks.
It's
And
one of the
Dave-
reasons why you have to have Taiwan Walker.
Yeah,
just
and
pitch
Dave
for you.
Dombrowski's just so hum-ho about this team heading into next year. Like, oh, we'll be fine. Dolis Garcia, great. We made a couple of trades. We got rid of Strom. We're trying to get rid of Castellanos. I don't see it, man. This was the year to go for it and win it, and they blew it against the Dodgers.
Well, that's my pizza.
There you go. All right, what do you got? You got some jerky for me, Josh.
I
Josh's
do.
jelly beans.
Definitely not jelly beans. I hate jelly beans with a passion.
Really? I
yeah.
love them.
They get stuck in your teeth.
I like
and,
jelly beans more than jerky.
Half the flavors are like bad. No, I'm out
All right.
on jelly beans. So Nick, if I could have you be a little producer there for a minute and add to the StreamYard screen there. So the Phillies schedule has come out, the full schedule for next year, and I want to know why. And I'm a little annoyed about this. So baseball has come out with the schedules. Guys, why are the Phillies are away from Philadelphia for almost 2 weeks before they host the All-Star game? Like, how bizarre is this part of the schedule where their last home game will be July 2nd
Yeah.
until the All-Star break, which is in Philadelphia. They're going to go to Kansas City, then Cincinnati, then Detroit. Like, they're going to go everywhere else in the country except for being Philadelphia leading up. Like, does the city of Philadelphia need 2 weeks to prepare for the All-Star break? I don't think so. Like, I understand teams typically go away for one series leading into the All-Star break, but not almost 2 weeks. I mean, this is the strangest schedule I can remember.
Yeah, so this is the updated schedule with start times, etc., for the Phillies that was posted today. Yeah, that's weird. So they go Kansas City for 3 games.
Yeah, they're spending 4th of July in Kansas City because when I think of 4th of July, I think of Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah,
well, the Phillies never play at home on 4th of July, I want to say, right? It's been
Why
pretty much
Major League
never, yeah.
Baseball doesn't make 4th of July a day, like Christmas Day that the NFL took over. They should make it a day. I don't know why they don't. It should be every year. It should be like a big deal, a big thing, especially with and also I'll add this: the fact that the Phillies are not in Philadelphia for the 250th anniversary. That's the country this year. Why aren't they here? That start of the country was here. How are they in Kansas City?
See, get
my blood pressure going.
Now you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Right? They got the World Cup.
Oh, I know they're coming back the following week, but
look at that. That's almost 2 weeks.
That's 10 days the All-Star game is after 4th of July.
I mean, I guess they need 10 days to get the bank ready for
that's
All-Star.
That's what I'm saying. Like, really? You need that much time?
But they should be at home for 4th of July,
They
especially
should
this
be
year.
home.
With a 250?
250? America.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's poor, as Mike Gill and PG
I
like
do
to
see
say.
that Field of Dreams game August 13th, 7:30 p.m. August.
Dude, if
You're going to that.
If I could muster up a couple of bucks to get out there, I would. It's probably
Yeah, it's
going
more
to be
than a couple of
insane.
bucks. You're gonna.
I know.
Apparently, those tickets are thousands and thousands
yeah,
and
I'm
thousands of dollars.
I'm out. That would be unbelievable, though.
Just watch it
To
on
go to
TV
that.
like the rest of us. You don't
Rest
have
of
to
us
be
schleps.
there. You don't have to be there.
By the way,
You don't-
another a little thing on the schedule here, really quick, guys. Also, September. If you look at it really quick, they have a stretch where they go to Atlanta, to Washington, to the New York Mets for 2 of the final 3 weeks of the season.
What is this schedule?
By the way, get excited, Philly fans. You finished the year at home versus Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's what a way to end it.
What a
way to end
thrilling
it.
way to end the season.
When do we have the Padres Dodgers end of May?
Yeah. They play
on the West Coast.
On the West Coast, yeah.
Then, after playing the Dodgers, the Padres, on the West Coast, you come home to play the Padres again.
Yeah. Then you get the White Sox right after that. In
Yeah,
June,
we're all
early
excited
June.
about the White Sox. Yeah.
Well, I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
they get a little bit of a
We get
break.
to hear more rumors about Luis Roberts Jr.
Do we have any Yankee Stadium games on this
No,
schedule?
they are actually coming to Philadelphia on
Oh,
my B-Day.
I like that.
On my
right
B-Day
here,
again.
July 24, 25, 26. Right
You're
there,
going?
Pete.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go. July 26th. I did it this past year. Went for the B-Day.
Pete,
up in New York.
don't you know that's one of Nick's 3 days off every year? He
Yes.
always takes off for his birthday every single year and does something, and he never has time for the rest of us little people.
Listen, I want to go. If the Phillies play the Yankees on my B-Day, I want to
Nick,
go.
Pete, you know how many times I've tried to say, hey, Nick, you have never really gone out down here at the shore. Let's go
What?
out in the summer.
I don't really go out.
And, like,
That's
Nick
the problem.
bails on me every year to go out with everybody else but me.
Listen, you
The
got
closest thing to him going out
Like,
is the
he
Christmas
hangs
party.
out with you and Gil going to games, him and Billy Schwein. He got no time for me down
Listen,
here.
Henning, we went to a start of the year. We started the year at the link. Me and you, Henning. We went to a game.
That's right. The Cowboys
Come on,
game.
how could you forget?
You guys left early.
So what he's really saying is that his experience with me was so bad that he could never go out with me again.
That's not true. Not true whatsoever. Cheap Seats Pizza trying to get me back in the cheap seats to go to a Sixers game. Got to find the time.
No, we got to find a time for that game and the Flyers game.
Yeah, got to get to a Flyers game.
Definitely a Flyers game.
Yeah. Been to one this year? One.
Oh, you did the double dip.
I did a double dip. I went to Temple football with
Nice.
Gil.
Oh, you did a triple. It wasn't a triple dip, right?
I did the show in the morning. I did locker room 10 a.m. to 12. Made my way. Gil took me up to the Temple game. We went to that barn burner.
Yep.
Of an ECU versus Temple. And then I made my way over with Mr. Negadelphia at the Flyers game.
So it was a triple dip for you.
And then I got rides everywhere. I found the way. I didn't have
You
to,
got chauffeured
I got
around
chauffeured around
everywhere.
all of South Jersey and Philadelphia. All right. On the other side, we'll continue more Eagles talk. We'll reset, read some of your text messages, 609-403-0973. I am Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Grizzlies tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Rises for three, it's in the air. Rimming no Embiid with a rebound. He puts it back up. It's good, and he's fouled. Joel Embiid is back. He puts it in.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage, no charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with the lifetime subscription for 65% off. Just go to Babbel.com and start today. Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases, so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And because Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember, you'll be talking like a local in time for takeoff. Dive into the world of language learning content with Babbel's videos, podcasts, and stories from around the world, full of culture bites and language learning tips. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. But don't wait. This offer ends January 15th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
When adventure is calling, turn to the experts at Whitehorse RV Center. For over 50 years, families and adventurers have trusted Whitehorse RV to find industry-top brands and the floor plans that fit every lifestyle. From travel trailers with bunk beds and outside kitchens to motorhomes and destination trailers. Whether you're hitting the open road or planning a local campground getaway, it's about experience, selection, and people who care. See why generations have answered the call with Whitehorse RV Center, because your RV adventure starts here.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Just about everyone's been to Angelo's Fairmount Tavern in Atlantic City. The third-generation Mancuso family invites you to enjoy their old-world ambiance and cherished family recipes. Make a special occasion an extraordinary event in Angelo's banquet room, seating up to 130 people. Angelo's old-world charm and grandfather's secret gravy recipe have made the Fairmount Tavern an Atlantic City landmark since 1935. Visit AngelosFairmountTavern.com.
The family's here for you. Angelo's Fairmount Tavern.
It's year-end clearance time at Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, your hometown dealership. Family owned and proudly serving South Jersey for over 50 years. We treat you like one of our own. Right now, get the 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT FWD leased for $299 a month, $29.95 down, and 7,500 miles a year for 36 months. Tax and fees not included. We've got the perfect new vehicle. It's clearance time, but hurry, these deals won't last. Visit 808 North Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Se habla español. Bridgeton Chevrolet GMC, where family drives with family.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Hey, Max Relief here. Did you know your tax debt is growing every minute? Look, it just grew again. Penalties and interest are added every day to your debt, and the IRS will take aggressive actions to collect. To protect yourself from garnishments, levies, and liens, call Max from Tax Relief Helpers at 800-718-0153 or visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com. If you owe $10,000 or more in tax debt, our licensed tax professionals are ready to step in immediately. Tax Relief Helpers negotiates with the IRS to settle your debt for less. Call 800-718-0153 now. At Tax Relief Helpers, we start every case with a real conversation. Your tax debt is personal, and your solution should be too. The IRS isn't waiting. Every second matters. Visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com now or call 800-718-0153. When tax brings grief, call Max Relief.
For Max Relief, call Tax Relief Helpers.
Looking to lower your energy bills and boost home comfort? South Jersey Gas has you covered with a no-cost in-home, whole-home energy assessment. Our energy expert will review your home's energy efficiency and provide a personalized report of energy-saving improvements. Plus, you may also receive energy-efficient upgrades like faucet aerators, smart power strips, and LED light bulbs at no cost to you. Don't wait to save money and energy. Schedule your whole-home energy assessment today at sjgsaveenergy.com or call 201-690-7897 today.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers excludes Traverse and Corvette excludes prior sales.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, get to Bennett Chevrolet now during our year-end blowout and save up to 20% off that new vehicle you've been dreaming of. Yes, Bennett is selling new vehicles at true GM supplier employee prices. Plus, you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20% off any new vehicle purchase. And with Bennett's available 0% financing, you'll save even more. Looking for pre-owned? Bennett's got a great selection, and we'll give you a minimum $10,000, no matter how bad your trade-in's condition. Yep, I said a minimum 10 grand for any piece of junk you bring us, however you bring it. Imagine how much more Bennett pays for good trades. And whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, there's never any hassles, never any haggles, and never any sales pressure, because our sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive. Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
Home of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. This is the Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Now live from inside the Ocean Casino Resort studio, here's Mike Gill.
All right, final hour of the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today. We are live at the Fanatic Sportsbook inside the Ocean Casino Resort. Pete Giordano, cheap seats, Pete. Next to me, on-site producing, Josh Henning back at the studio, both doing an outstanding job per usual. The 5 o'clock hour of the Sports Bash is brought to you by Jersey Cow. It's a year-long thing in Northfield, Absecon, and Brigantine. The best ice cream is Jersey Cow. I want to talk about the Eagles here in the final hour once again. I want to get to some of your text as well. But first, looking ahead, Pete, after yesterday's game, we've had time to marinate. Okay, we know the offense stunk in the second half. We know the defense has been fantastic. They got out relatively healthy, which was a good thing. I was worried as anything seeing Jalen Phillips, him get a little banged up, Devontae Smith, Saquon all had a couple of stingers yesterday, but they all seem relatively healthy, getting out of Buffalo in the rain game. That made me very happy. Now,
and the win should make you happy. It should make everyone happy.
Did you feel very happy at the end of the game yesterday? Because I certainly didn't.
I
felt relieved. That was the emotion I was feeling, relief that they won yesterday.
But you can also look at it like you're looking on the bright side. Like, you went into Buffalo, they barely lose there. You played a top 3 quarterback in Josh Allen. That team's probably going to go to the divisional round or the championship game, whatever. Rainy conditions. You had you shut them out for basically 3 quarters.
Did we switch roles today? Are you Mr. Glass half full and I'm not? This is a first.
I mean, I think if you look at it in totality, that was a damn impressive win by the defense yesterday.
The defense, yes.
And that's the type of win that you could get in the playoffs.
I will sing their praises.
Yes.
I am.
And that's what Sirianni was talking about. If you focus too much on the negative, it becomes a miserable existence.
And it's funny you say that, Pete, because Chris Long was saying the same thing on the Green Light podcast last night.
Eagles defense, they deserve all the credit in the world. This is a group that if they play like that, they can beat anybody. It kind of feels like the defense is, and we've said this a bunch this year, is the currency in this year's playoffs. Like, like who's got the best defense is kind of the great equalizer. And if they play like that, they've got a real shot. They do.
They find ways to win. I'll give you both that. They find ways to win. And I was one of those guys for a long time saying, yeah, they won, though. A win's a win's a win. That offense yesterday was despicable in the second half. Remember, we talked about it. They're the highest paid offense in the National Football League. And that's the display you're going to see in the second half. It worries me heading into the postseason. I know they win close games. I know they've done it with the defense. But sometimes you're going to need the offense in the postseason to step up and make plays. And their coaching staff needs to put them in a position to make big plays. And I want to hear from you, 609-403-0973. How far can this team go in the postseason? We got Paul from Millville chiming in on the text board. He said, my score prediction prior to kickoff was 17-13 Bills. I came out of this so pumped that we stole that game in Buffalo. Terrible weather, and you're facing a team that I believe is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. A win's a win. Everyone's blaming Hurts and KP, but maybe the offensive line should actually block, and maybe Saquon should try to make a guy miss for once. Defense played amazing, but gave up 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes. It's simply unacceptable. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.
That's the risk you run, right? I mean, you have these 3 and outs consecutively, 4 in a row in the second half. Defense is on the field far too long. They get tired, and they just let the teams back in the game because they're just on the field far too long.
Yes, and the amount of 3 and outs. The Eagles have the most 3 and outs in the National Football League by far this year. You can't just put it all on your defense. That's the problem with this. Offensively, you're sending your defense out there too many times. Now, yesterday, they won the turnover battle. Great. That's a big reason as to why they won. One of the main reasons as to why they won yesterday. But you can't keep tiring out your defense. No wonder they're giving up points at the end of the game because they're tired out. They're on the field for a long time.
That's what happened in the Denver game.
Yes.
Right?
So this
is part of it.
This is part of my issue with the offense is that they're going 3 and out a ton. They're in 3rd and longs a ton, and their offense is too predictable. We're reverting back to that.
I would say really quick, Nick, that it's not that I disagree with you on the offense because I've been very critical of the offense.
I know you have.
I think my problem is that at this point on December 29th, we got a couple days left in 2025. The next Eagles game will be in 2026. I'm almost like resigned to myself to the fact that either this is the greatest chess move of all time where they're holding something for the postseason, or the Eagles just don't want to admit that Kevin Patullo is an imbecile and that he shouldn't have this job. And that I'm just stuck with him. It's like, it's like when you get a car, right? And you're in this lease deal, you got to make the payments, And then you're driving the car for a while, and you realize the longer you drive it, the more you hate about it, the more you dislike about it. And then it's like, but you need a car. It always starts, always gets the job done. But
it does more than start. I mean, it gets you from A to B the quickest way possible by winning the Super Bowl.
But then you realize, well, that was last year's offense.
Positivity.
That was Kellen Moore.
My God.
That was Kellen Moore last year, okay? But this team, it's like they get you from point A to point B, but the gas
mileage is about 1,000 miles a gallon.
Right, the gas mileage is horrible. The sound system's got glitches to it.
I mean,
I disagree with that.
Josh, he is so positive today. I am stunned by Cheap Seats Pete today. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't know what game you were watching. Could you imagine if they convert on that 2-point conversion? He would be, this offense stinks, blah, blah, blah. It's just unbelievable.
This is their way to the Super Bowl. I mean, if they win the Super Bowl,
I hope you're right.
13-12 or 10-7 like they beat Green Bay earlier on this year, are you going to be sad?
I'm not going to be sad, but I'm going to be on the edge of my seat every game and having nearly a heart attack at the end of every game because the offense can't find a way to sustain drives.
And by the way, we saw this last year in the Packers game, the playoff game. Remember the playoff game where it was like, you're like, what happened to this offense? And then all of a sudden in the next game, they broke out with Saquon.
Are you looking for more points? Or are you just looking for better drives?
I'm looking for guys to stop dropping the ball. I'm looking for the O-linemen to do their blocking.
I'm looking for an offense that's fluid, that is unpredictable a little bit. You don't know what's going to come from them, and sustaining more drives, so you're not putting all of that pressure on the defense. You're putting everything on the defense right now to win games, and that's a problem. All right, I want to get back to the text board, guys, at 609-403-0973. I want your reaction. We're going to read a bunch here in the 5 o'clock hour on the Sports Bash. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. I'm fired up in this 5 o'clock hour because PG is so positive, and I can't wrap my head around it after yesterday's game. All right, no name to this text, but I think it's a good text. The problem with going for the second seed is the fact that we play the Commanders. Every single time we play them, we come out of those games banged up. Always extra sauce on the hits.
Oh,
terrible.
That's the Dan Quinn. We'll see these guys in 2 weeks.
Terrible situation.
Dan Quinn revenge game. Maybe the starters should rest. We don't want to
sit them.
Piss off Dan Quinn.
My stance is clear. I would sit them because I don't trust the Lions to beat Chicago.
Okay, can I give you guys a crazy theory?
Let's get nuts. You want to get nuts?
I do want to get nuts. I wish I still had that sounder, but I had to clear out half of my sound when I moved from the daily to the weekend show.
That's a Costanza, right?
That's Michael Keaton's Batman.
Yeah.
Batman, okay.
Yeah, you want to get nuts when he breaks the vase? Let's get nuts.
Okay.
He's trying to prove that he's not Batman to the Joker.
Because Costanza does have that quote, let's get nuts, when he's that's Susan's parents.
Yeah.
That's the car scene, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's different. No.
It's a good one, too.
No, I'm thinking more of the Michael Keaton. Here's my idea. Start the second and third unit and have a brawl and get half the Washington players kicked out of the game and then put the starters in.
I mean, listen, I don't know if we need a
lost
brawl.
Me there. Yeah, I mean,
I
you want Jalen Carter to spit on?
We got
Josh Johnson.
I didn't say
not
Carter.
playing.
I did not say. I said the second and third stringers. Bring in all the backups and just be like Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, like every important defensive player, just like get in a fight. And
Josh
get them really kicked out of the game.
Really off the
reservation. This is like hockey style. Like bring in like the fourth line just for a fight.
Nick Delorier.
Yeah. Josh wants to see some brawls. He wants to see some haymakers.
Well, I mean, it's the only way to make sure that the starters don't get hurt is by kicking out all the guys who could hurt you.
Well,
I think Tanner McKee and Tank Bigsby could beat the
I think they could, too. I think they'll be fine. I think they'd be fine
Darius
if they said
Cooper,
Tanner McKee.
John Dotson.
Brett Toast got military in his background. He's a former Army guy. Let him go after Frankie Louvu. Get a fight with him. See how long Louvu lasts in that fight.
Josh is in a fiery mood now, too. He wants to fight everybody in next week's game. We can have some of the backups healthy in case you need it for the postseason.
I mean, this Hard Knocks tomorrow night is probably going to be interesting, is it not?
I hope, because it's been just a bore every time I put it on. I've spent $11 on this.
You and Gill just don't appreciate the stories and the nuance and all the stuff in there.
Can I explain the Hard Knocks thing? Okay. My resentment for the Hard Knocks thing this year.
Resentment. Hear that, Pete? Resentment.
Yes.
Big word.
Wow.
Big word on a Monday. It's good for me.
Here we go.
listen, it started with I couldn't get my login from anybody.
Oh, so this is a personal
This is
gripe.
a personal
Oh,
gripe.
I don't care about that. This is a personal problem.
Let me finish.
Sounds like a PP to me.
Let me finish. I couldn't get a login from any family member for this HBO Max.
So you're trying to steal it, number one.
I've
and
been
pirate
doing
it.
more. And by the way, the Hard Knocks hasn't given us really anything. It gave us one graphic of Sirianni putting up when they win games when they don't turn the ball over. Great. It's been boring, and the other teams stink. The Giants stink. Jackson Dart doesn't know where the Atlantic Ocean is. That might have been the funniest line of the whole show.
That was hilarious.
But I've been bored out of my mind watching this stuff. I thought we were going to get some insight, something great. Nothing. Not, and I'm paying $11 a month now. It's stuck on my credit card, and now it's over. I will watch it.
No, it doesn't end until an NFC East team postseason ends.
All right.
Which will be February 5th in Santa Clara.
I hope. So
Here's
where you're overlooking. Number one, the first episode was actually the best episode.
It was, and that's where I had to pay $11 for.
That was the episode when you saw the interaction between Hurts and Devonta Smith.
Yep.
When you realized that the Derek Gunn report was true.
That was noteworthy.
Okay? But the other thing you took away from it is, and at least for me I took away from it, is I thought it was very, concerning the Eagles, I thought it was very interesting seeing how the coaches seem to be drilling into the players. Players aren't to each other. The players are yucking it up and having a good time on all the camera shots, right? But the coaches keep telling the guys, yo, we need to lock in. We need to stop messing around. And for whatever reason, the players seem to be taking let's lock in as an opportunity to mess around in practice.
See, you would think it's the other way because they have the cameras there.
Right?
That they would lock in.
You would think.
And maybe try to put on a show that way.
See, Pete's picking up what I'm putting down.
I'm picking it up. I'm just yawn. Like, I can't get into it. I've tried. I wanted it to be interesting. I just have not taken a lot away from it. I don't think we're getting great insight. The fact that the players are, messing around a little bit in practice. I mean,
see, to me, I have taken this year's Hard Knocks, I told a buddy of mine this, as you're learning real quick who really wants to play and who really doesn't want to play. Because you're seeing, especially on the other three teams, you see the players who are like, I actually want to play football, and the guys who are there just for a paycheck.
I'll tell you.
It's becoming very obvious.
I'll tell you, they're taking $11 out of my paycheck a month, and I'm just not impressed. Not impressed, Josh. All right, moving along. I want to get some more text. 609-403-0973. Matt and Kate May chiming in. I'm assuming this was from Grayson's grades. I gave the
Bills.
O-line
There you go.
a D in yesterday's reports. We got a Buffalo Bills fan going by?
That's right.
Jeez. All right, I'll read that text in. I gave the O-line a D for yesterday's performance. Matt and Kate May. The O-line stunk. Cam Jurgens stunk yesterday.
Cam Jurgens, Tyler Steen, those two guys.
Whose fault is that?
Were bad. What do you mean?
What did we talk about last week, Pete, when I was filling in for Gill with you? Where's the criticism of Jeff Stoutland?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stoutland. And remember, he took over the run game this year.
He is the run game coordinator.
And
Come on, Jeff.
It struggled. He is struggling.
Nobody
as well.
wants to criticize the guy. It's always about, how great he is, how smart he is, how he future Hall of Famer. So we're not supposed to criticize him?
Stoutland,
He's never wrong. He's infallible.
Having a down year.
He's having a down year.
I think maybe they let Becton go. That was a miscalculation, right?
Well, it's also a miscalculation thinking Matt Pryor could play.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll get your
Not
quarterback
good enough.
murdered twice this year.
And by the way, Jordan Mailata has not had a great year either.
Nope.
He has not been good this year.
He's letting a lot of guys get up
Yeah.
on him. He's letting a lot of guys initiate contact on him instead of him hitting them first.
So, I mean, that's where you're at in the offensive line. They struggled yesterday for sure. All right,
Struggle
Georgian Galloway. The stat about the 2 seed versus the 3 seed is only relevant going back to the 2020 season. Before that, under the old format, the top 2 seeds from each conference earned a first-round bye. That's why there's such a drop-off from the 2 to the 3. Thoughts, guys?
That's a fair point. I mean, there's always a asterisk, with how the NFL changes.
You also have to remember the old format. The first seed and the second seed both had a bye.
I
Both
loved it
of
like
them.
that. Yeah.
And now only the first seed has the bye. So that's why I'm not as worried about them having the 3 seed and resting your guys this week. I'm just not. It would be nice to have the 2 seed because of who you might play in the Packers instead. That would be a more favorable matchup. But you also have to rely on the Lions and beating Chicago.
Okay, so
I don't know if I trust them.
If Chicago gets the 2 seed and Eagles get the 3 seed, Eagles win their wild card game. That means they would travel to Chicago in the divisional round.
I mean, let me pull it up.
I'm pretty sure that's how.
So, what
it would
scenario
go.
are you giving me, Pete?
Eagles get the 3 seed. Chicago gets the 2 seed.
Right.
Eagles beat their wild card team.
So right now the Eagles would
Who do they
play
play?
the Rams at home
in the wild card round.
So they would play the Rams. The Bears right now, if the season ended as is, would play the Packers.
And then who? And then Eagles travel to Chicago.
We have to travel to Chicago.
In divisional. Okay.
Had a lot of good times there. A lot of double doinks.
A lot of double doinks.
A lot of double doinks there. All right.
See, like, I'm not worried. I think the Eagles could go into Soldier Field and win that game.
I think they could go into anywhere and win. Remember, they have a 30-13 road record since 2021.
Yeah, but they've only ever been to the Super Bowl when the NFC Championship game is at home.
I get it.
Well, is there any away game that you're afraid to go into and play?
Can I
Seattle?
Can I use your guys' argument against you? More so, Pete. You just went into Buffalo on 13-12.
Sure did.
So does it matter where they play in the playoffs? No.
Sure.
So rest them next week.
I'm not afraid of any venue. I mean, I guess at Seattle. Maybe at San Fran, I guess, would be a tough game.
I mean, San Fran would be a tough game, but Seattle, I'm a little worried because they never play well in Seattle. Just historically do not play well. All right, let me get to the text board, 609-403-0973. Your thoughts on the Birds. How far can they go in the postseason? Doesn't matter if they're a 2 seed, 3 seed. How far do you think this team is going to end up going? Can they repeat? I hope so. It'd be nice. Jeff in Ocean City, the 2 seed is critical. I'm sending the Lions a case of cheesesteaks when they beat the Bears. Go Birds. By the way, wait until you see next year's schedule. Tougher than this year.
Yeah, I mean, I would send some cheesesteaks and some cheesecakes to Dan
Yeah, it'd be nice. Dan Campbell, I hope you bite some kneecaps and bite some cheesesteaks in next week's win, hopefully.
Fair
enough. Nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I think the Eagles could beat the Commanders with their backups.
Yes.
Even though the Dan Quinn wants to get revenge and all this.
The
Dan
Quinn revenge game.
Stop it. All right, backwards hat, Dan. All right, relax, okay? So here we go. Let's keep it going on the text board because we have some great texts coming in at 609-403-0973. Another Jeff texting in. Why are they so conservative on the 2-minute drill anymore? Before the half, when they only got 3 and it was 13-0 instead of 17-0, I knew it was going to be a sweat.
That's how Sirianni likes to play it. I mean, you've seen it a lot this year where he just sits on it. He'd rather just go into half with the lead. Don't want to have that costly turnover.
I will say that was the one where A.J. Brown was being held and dropped it, correct?
That was the PI?
Yeah,
that was the PI?
That was the PI that not called, too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was getting held. His hand was getting held, and it should have been called. And, we talked about it earlier. The officiating was awful yesterday.
Both sides.
On both sides. Either side, if you're a Bills fan, you're an Eagles fan, you were upset at the officiating.
Everyone got ripped off.
The play to Devontae Smith, that was a catch that they overruled.
I thought that was a catch, too.
That was a catch to me. And then the catch to Brandon Cooks, that was not a catch. That they ruled in favor of the Bills, right?
I mean, just bad officiating yesterday. Totality of it was just not good. And listen, I know AJ was getting held on that, but you complained earlier in the season. You weren't getting the ball enough, etc. You want to dominate your opponent. Well, he could have caught that. I mean, he had a chance to catch that football, and he didn't.
Well, he was cleared with.
I understand that, but he still had an opportunity to catch that football. He still could have caught it. I mean, he had his hands on it.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have been a tough catch. I'm not saying it wasn't, but you want to talk about being one of the top receivers in the league. You get a dime thrown like that by Jalen Hurts.
There's been a couple plays
I think you
got to
catch that football.
This year.
I mean, it's a really tough catch. I'm not saying it's not. But
and the other one to Devontae Smith in the fourth quarter.
You want to be considered
Smitty's got to catch that ball.
You want to be considered one of the top receivers in football? Make that play, and you're up 17-0. Then maybe I could see you taking your foot off the gas a little bit.
That's why, I mean, Jalen, you really can't be that critical of his game yesterday.
I thought he was, and in the rain especially, like he was throwing dimes.
Yeah.
Dimes.
You had a drop by Smitty in the fourth quarter that hurt him bad.
Yeah. All right, let's get one more text in before we hit the break. There is no way if the Eagles play like that on offense, they will win in the playoffs, no matter how good the defense plays. If Buffalo's kicker could kick extra points, we'd be talking about how the defense gave up 14 points in the fourth quarter to lose the game. Now, Jalen Carter blocked it. I mean, that's an impressive block by Jalen Carter. He just finds the ball. He has a knack for blocking passes, blocking kicks. Amazing stuff there. But you mentioned the 14 points in the fourth quarter. You know why they're giving up that many points in the fourth quarter? They're exhausted.
Yeah.
Exhausted because the offense just can't stay on the field. They can't sustain drives.
And part of it
goes
goes back to running the ball. You were a team that finished teams last year because you led the NFL in second yard rushing yards and rushing yards per attempt. This year, you're not getting the yards in the second half.
No, you're not. And, you know, and this is the problem I've had with Patullo and Sirianni for a majority of the year, okay? They had the run last year open up the pass. They could rely on the run in any particular situation. This year, that is not the case, and we have really not seen the adjustment of having the pass open up the run. They still have no identity. They're not going to have an identity this year. It's just where we are at in the season.
I think their identity is let's go 3 and out and just put it on Vic Fangio.
Vic, call something, and hopefully the defense makes the play. I mean, that's where you're at if you're the Philadelphia Eagles.
And listen, it's been working.
By the skin of their teeth.
Yes.
By the skin of their teeth. Oh, if they made that 2-point conversion, could you imagine the show we would have had today? Could you imagine?
Could you imagine if Jalen Hurts missed his receiver as bad as Josh Allen missed Shakir?
You wouldn't be positivity, Pete. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee it. All right. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill. We're having a great time down at Fanatic Sportsbook in the Ocean Casino Resort. An absolute blast. We have about a little over a half hour to go in the program. Much more on the Eagles. We'll continue to read your text. Great text coming in on the text line at 609-403-0973. Let's continue to talk Birds. And on the other side, I wanted to get into more so next week against the Commanders again. Your text on the way. You're listening to the Sports Bash with Nick Earnshaw today, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles finish the 2025 regular season this Sunday, hosting their NFC East rivals, the Washington Commanders.
Johnson takes the snap. He's looking. He fires the football, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by the team.
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
It's that time of year. Happy Honda days are here at Boardwalk Honda, proud sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network on 97.3 ESPN. Drive home the 2026 Honda HR-V LX all-wheel drive, now $259 for 36 months. Or lease the 2026 Civic LX full-wheel drive, now only $219 a month for 36 months. Don't miss the moment. Get these limited-time specials through January 5th at Boardwalk Honda. Go Birds! 10,000 miles per year, $29.95 due at signing. Must lease through Honda Financial Services. Excludes tax, title, and dock fees. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Chickies and Pete's reminds you it's a wonderful life.
The last thing I remember, I was outside Chickie and Pete's.
Of course, George. Chickie and Pete's is Philadelphia's most decorated and award-winning restaurant.
I give each of the kids a Chickie and Pete's gift card. It's the gift that always fits.
It's almost as good as getting your wings.
Yeah, that's right, Clarence. You can get your wings at Chickie's, and crab fries and lobster pizza and a hot beef sandwich.
You see, George, it really is a wonderful place, this Chickie and Pete's.
Hi, it's Pete from Chickie and Pete's. Join us for a casual, stress-free New Year's Eve. Early or late, you decide. Celebrate with football, food, and fun. Happy hour starts at 4 with $3 domestics, $6 seltzers, plus half-price wings, pizza, and shrimp. Then late night happy hour, casual, stress-free, and easy. Chickies and Pete's for New Year's Eve.
You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S. Just $388 a month. $388. Final year-end pricing at RK Kia of Vineland. Need credit? We work with all types of credit situations. Plus, you get RK coverage. No charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. You don't want to miss final year-end pricing. Our lowest prices of the year. Brand new Kias, $199 a month. During the Kia season of New Traditions sales event. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
Celebrating family fun since 1955, Storybook Land in Egg Harbor Township is more than just rides. It's an atmosphere. They bring classic childhood stories to life with creative displays throughout the park. Have fun at your own pace and enjoy all you can see and do in this fully shaded theme park. Get your tickets and check out their upcoming special events at StorybookLand.com.
Create your own story at Storybookland.
Bring the whole family and create your own story at Storybookland.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Road Home Sales Event is on at BMW of Atlantic City, proud sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network on 97.3 ESPN. Drive the 2025 BMW X330 xDrive, now $569 a month for 39 months, or finance as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months. Don't miss the moment. Get these attractive offers through January 2nd.
39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $51.29 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and dock fee. Available to well-qualified customers who meet BMW Financial Services credit requirements. Not all will qualify. See dealer for details.
Get your game on at the Fanatic Sportsbook in the gallery at Ocean Casino Resort. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com.
This is the Town Square, New Jersey Info and Weather Network.
Progressive Insurance presents the Sports Flash on 97.3 ESPN.
Allen to the line of scrimmage, puts a man in motion. On second down, he fakes, he rolls, he's being chased. He is looking, he is hit, the football is loose. It's loose, it's bouncing across the 50, and it is recovered by the Bills. No, it's Campbell. Jahan Campbell on the ball.
Merrill Reese with the call right here on 97.3 ESPN. Eagles beating the Bills 13-12. Defense holding Buffalo to just 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns by Josh Allen. Buffalo missed an extra point and then failed on a 2-point conversion. That gave the win for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts hit Dallas Goedert with a 1-yard touchdown in the first quarter. They then added 2 Jake Elliott field goals to take a 13-0 lead. Philadelphia now 11-5 and close out the regular season Sunday against Washington. The Flyers will continue their road trip on Tuesday, heading to Vancouver to meet the Canucks. Philadelphia fell Sunday to Seattle 4-1. Carl Grunstrom with the only goal of the game for Philadelphia. The Sixers will be in Memphis Tuesday night to take on the Grizzlies. Philadelphia looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. They fell to Oklahoma City Sunday 129-104. Tyrese Maxey with 28.
Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm John Thayer on 97.3 ESPN.
Need help with your energy bill? New Jersey Board of Public Utilities is here with programs like the Universal Service Fund that are designed to make your monthly energy costs more affordable. See if you qualify at nj.gov/BPU.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
You're listening to the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
When I'm driving, I got a guy on the radio who talks to me. I can't see him, but he talks to me.
On 97.3 ESPN.
I just go out there and play the game. Obviously, it's, and I speak towards every team being different. The flow of the game is different. And there are things that you're mindful of as a quarterback, but there are also things that your coach not to worry about because Coach Sirianni is going to go out there and manage the game as he sees fit. And so I'm always remaining coachable in those things and doing as I'm told and as I've said, trying to do whatever it takes to win.
That was the voice of QB1, Jalen Hurts, after yesterday's 13-12 win over the Buffalo Bills. Birds get their 11th win on the year heading into Week 18. I'm still not satisfied. Still not satisfied with the offense yesterday. It was a struggle in that second half. 17 yards of total offense by the Birds.
You wanted a 42-38 type game,
right?
right?
I just wanted them to,
Swiss cheese defense.
I wanted them to act like they weren't up 27-0. They were only up 13-0. They acted like they were up 27. It was ridiculous. I am Nick Earnshaw, by the way, filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash. We are live at the Fanatic Sportsbook inside Ocean Casino Resort. By the way, the Jingle Bell Bar is open daily from now until January 3rd. Go for the holiday spirit. Sleigh bells will be ringing, snow will be glistening, and lights will be twinkling as the holiday spirit takes over Ocean Casino Resort once again. And by the way, the 5 o'clock hour is brought to you by our friends over at Jersey Cow. It's a year-long thing in Northfield, Absecon, and Brigantine. The best ice cream is at Jersey Cow. Before I get into the Eagles real quick, speaking of ice cream, I found an article. If you know me, if you listened to me before, I've talked about George the Moose Earnshaw. I found out the other day, old article, early 1900s, probably 30s or 40s. Luke Gehrig used to send ice cream to my great-great-great-uncle to make sure he was pitching that day. He loved when he pitched, so he would send him ice cream because he had 3 home runs off him in a game. So maybe we should send myself some ice cream from Jersey Cow.
Should we send Kevin Batullo some ice cream? Is that what you're saying?
I wish. All right, let's get back into the Eagles.
Send him a new playbook.
Something else. All right, let's get into it on the text board at 609-403-0973. We've been asking people throughout the program today, how far do you believe the Eagles will go in the postseason? Yesterday, the defense, well, that defense could go to a Super Bowl. The offense, barely looks like it's gotten out of the preseason. Jamie and Cape May, he chimes in. He said the Eagles' offense is like a new car with a transmission that keeps slipping.
Yeah.
Pete, your reaction to that?
Yeah, I think the stuff in the fourth quarter bothers me. Like, they don't have that killer instinct that we saw last year where they have leads and they just run you to death and they just overtake you and overpower you physically. We haven't seen that this year. They're just giving up these leads in the second half and the fourth quarter. That worries me.
Yeah, I mean, it should worry everybody. The way they played in the second half yesterday was not up to par, not up to the standard by the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday. I also want to get Josh from Delaware chiming in, down in Delaware, the first state. Are they going to be able to hold the Niners and Rams under 13 points? Maybe after the third 3-and-out of run, pass, this coaching staff couldn't call a pass on first down. They can't complete a quick slant to A.J. or Hurts roll out and run it or anything. They will not win a playoff game with that offense of yesterday. Half the offense only played in the second half. LOL.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan to me is the best in the business. I mean, what we saw last night and what, that system he's got going on there in San Fran, it would be a great test for Vic Fangio to go up against a Kyle Shanahan offense or a Ben Johnson offense. Well see.
But Pete, I don't need Vic Fangio to be tested against these guys. The offense needs to show up and score points. You're going to go up against a Sean McVay, a Kyle Shanahan in the postseason. You better be able to put up some points. The defense can only do so much. Those are prolific offenses in this league. You can't ask them to hold them to 13 points. And I think
not
the texts
13,
are there.
but maybe
Josh
20,
is right.
21. I mean, I think that's fair.
Are the Eagles going to be able to score 21 points? Remember, going into that Raiders game, they couldn't get ahead of 21 points over how many weeks, right? So you better hope the offense scores more than 21 because it really hasn't for a majority of the season. They have struggled mightily to put up more than 20. That's been a problem. And they did it against the Commanders. They did it against the Raiders. But against good football teams, they have struggled to do that. And they're keeping the defense out there too much. And against the Rams or the Niners, I'm going to be worried because you have Sean McVay, you have Kyle Shanahan. They know how to scheme guys open. They know how to scheme guys like Puka Nacua, get them the ball. They have good running games. I mean, that Christian McCaffrey, worried about. Kyron Williams, worried about. These are prolific offenses that your defense, they can maybe slow them down, But your offense needs to be up to par as well.
You say that.
And that's what worries me.
But James Cook and the Bills were the best rushing offense in the league.
That's fair.
Until yesterday.
They did a great job. But how many times over can you do that? How many times over can you do that?
You're going to have to do it 4 times in a row.
Do you think they can do that? I mean, Pete,
yes.
You're making my argument for me.
No,
okay, you're so positive today.
That's what
I can't believe
That's
it.
where we're at with
Are you
this
still
season.
in the Christmas spirit today?
You're going to have to just do that 4 times in a row, and we could all take a nice sigh of relief.
Listen, I hope you're right. I hope the defense can slow down everybody. But that, I feel like, is not completely realistic, especially if they are the 3 seed. And they have to go up against the Rams or the Niners or the Seahawks. These are offenses that have been really good this year. And you're going up against a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl in Matt Stafford, a guy who's played in it in Brock Purdy, guys who have been there and done that before. Yeah, Buffalo hasn't gotten to a Super Bowl yet. They have struggled mightily to get to a Super Bowl. You just beat the Raiders and the Commanders, 2 teams that stink. That doesn't give me a ton of confidence heading into the postseason with where this offense is at and the fact that they're still so predictable. Like I said earlier, I mean, before that Sunday Night Football game, CJ is probably in his locker room laughing at how predictable the offense was. Josh?
He said it after the Raiders game, ready? Or the Bears game, excuse me.
The Bears game, yeah. He said they knew what was coming. He showed us every time.
So, I mean, I sit here, and I don't know how you could feel good after that win yesterday. I felt relieved.
Josh Allen didn't score a point until the 4th quarter.
Yes, the defense, fantastic. But you need to score points in today's NFL. You need to be able to score. You need to get the defense off the field and sustain drives. And I didn't see that yesterday. And I know the weather played a factor, and I know it was in Buffalo. But, man, you just mentioned it. 4 straight times you're going to do that to repeat? 4? That's tough to do, and I don't think it's realistic.
I think it's more about sustaining drives. It's more about moving the chains, not having negative plays.
I have the stat in front of me.
They've kind of cut out the penalties, if you notice that. Yesterday was a really low penalty day, which is good to see.
Better.
They cleaned that up.
They went 3 and out in their final 4 drives. They have gone 3 and out more than any team in 2025.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about teams like the Titans, right? The Browns.
Yes, they're at the top of the list.
Yeah.
It's not close. It's not close. And my problem with this is, and I think a majority of Eagles fans out there, and you want to text in your thoughts at 609-403-0973, get in before we wrap up the show and wrap up the hour. The problem is we have expectations for this team. We have tons of it for Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, all of them. All of them. This is a talented offense, and they're winning because they're so talented. They're finding ways to squeak out victories because of the talent level they have and possess on the offensive side of the ball. They have been good enough. They can be greater than this. They can be way greater than this. And the coaching staff is not putting them in a position to do that. Yesterday, predictable, run, pass. You're in 3rd and 6 how many times or longer? That is not sustaining drives. That cannot happen in the postseason if this team wants to make a sustained run into the Super Bowl and play in Santa Clara for that big game.
I think that's why people are so critical of this team. We're talking about a dynasty here. If we're talking about back-to-back Super Bowl champions. That's lore of New England Patriots and Dallas Cowboys and those great teams. This is what we're talking about here.
The offense should equal the defense because of the talent on both sides.
Well, and the money.
And the
invested.
Money. The money is a big part of this. The amount these guys are getting paid on the offensive side, and the coaching staff can't figure out how to get the most out of them or just something out of them in a full football game, in a full 60 minutes, they can't figure it out. I mean, it's got to be harder to not figure it out and have these players not be able to score more than 13 points. It's not good enough, man. And it's, Josh brought it up earlier about Kevin Patullo. I mean, this is like being stuck in a lease in a crappy apartment. This is literally what the Eagles are in. They're stuck in the worst apartment possible. They got roaches everywhere. It's disgusting. The landlord's annoying. And they just can't get out of this guy. He is like Kevin Patullo, to me, is just an awful landlord that the Eagles are stuck with in this lease right now, Josh.
He's more like a bad roommate.
Yeah. Something.
Nick Sirianni's the landlord, right? And he's
Exactly.
forcing. He's forcing.
Well, no.
his roommate on you.
Nick Sirianni's the landlord because he's your friend, right? he's the friend who gave you the discount on the lease, but then you got stuck with this idiot you're in the room with.
But Sirianni is forcing you to live with this guy.
Right, exactly.
He hired him.
But
awful.
But because the landlord's your friend, and then the guy who's you're leasing with is also the landlord's friend. Now you're like, how do I tell my friend that his friend's a loser?
But then there's times where your roommate cleans up after himself a little bit, like we saw in the Raiders game or some of the red zone offense.
Yeah, on a
that we've
rainy
seen.
day when you need the cleanup.
Yes. But they do show signs of competency. And you just wonder if they can just wake up a little bit in the playoffs.
Right, wake up before 9
It's like
a.m.
you paid a fortune for your bathroom, for all your furniture, and it's going to waste because it's not being used correctly.
Yeah, marble tile. You want marble tile.
Yeah, you got this beautiful bathroom, and then your roommate misses the toilet.
Rain head shower.
It's awful. And this is where we're at with the Eagles offense. It's like, yeah, all right, everyone was like, yeah, we beat the Raiders, great. The offense looked good. You need those type of games. Beat the Commanders. You win the division. Fantastic. I was not thrilled with the way that game went down in the second half because Jalen was playing great. He was fitting footballs into tight windows for his receivers.
Tight windows, man.
He was firing it in there, and that's what I've wanted out of him all season. Now, granted, they really didn't run it with Jalen yesterday. I think part of the factor is you don't want to get him hurt. They were slipping and sliding all over the place. So I can see why that really wasn't a factor in yesterday's ball game. But find a rhyme or reason. You were having success with the pass. Why you went away from it and then weren't able to open up the run is mind-boggling to me. And then just do the same thing over and over and over again. It's crazy. And I want to hear from you at 609-403-0973. Get a couple more thoughts in here before we get out of here because I can't understand it. And I want to go to the text board from Tim in Delaware. He said, I want to know where Tank Bigsby has been. He keeps ripping off major runs, but yet he is limited in carries or his carries are given to Will Shipley. Tank runs through the same line as Saquon, but yet almost all of his carries are real big rips.
Yeah, only 2 carries yesterday for Tank.
And Will Shipley, what was the fascination with him yesterday?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I didn't get that.
I think the ship is starting to sail.
I was texting a buddy of mine about it, and we're like, why? Tank Bigsby is a guy who can get you going. He's an energy boost, right? He rips off a strong run, and he runs hard. He can get you like 7-8 yards, get the offense a little bit of momentum, and they haven't utilized him as much as I thought they could have throughout the season, and they just haven't done that. Now maybe, like we talked about before, which I hope's the case, maybe they're saving him. Maybe they're saving him, and they don't want to show it a lot of Tank Bigsby here in the regular season.
I doubt that.
That's what I mean, Josh. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
The problem is, I will say, and I'm not defending the decision, but I just kind of trying to add some context to it. Remember, Shipley is the best third down pass blocker on the team of all the running backs. The other two running backs,
fine.
Barkley and Bigsby, are not very good at that job. And so it puts the Eagles in a predicament where maybe in their certain cases they want to put Bigsby out there, but then it's third down and 8. And they're like, okay, well, we can get our quarterback killed by Bigsby out there, or we can put Shipley out there and have a shot.
Well, that's been kind of the crux of my argument throughout the show is they were in a lot of 3rd and 6s or longer yesterday for a majority of the game. And I understand Will Shipley, better pass blocker than Tank and Saquon. You'd rather utilize him as well, but it felt like they were just going to Will Shipley a few times. I'm just like, why? Give those carries to Tank. Let Tank use those carries. I don't know. That's where I was at. We want more trophies in this city. We want to be a title town. And the Eagles offense better figure it out if they want to add another title and a trophy.
We're talking about back-to-back Super Bowl championships.
I mean, listen, we're a little spoiled. I can understand that. We're a little spoiled. But they have a shot to do it and be so great. And we want them, with all the money they're spending on offense, we want them to be great. All right, I'm Nick Earnshaw, filling in for Mike Gill here on the Sports Bash. Cheap Seats Pete on-site producing. Josh Henning back in the studio, broadcasting live from the Fanatics Sportsbook inside Ocean Casino Resort. It's been a fun show. We'll wrap it up on the other side. Get a few more texts in, why don't you? You're listening to 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Canucks.
Tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedork bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
He's got Zegras going to the net. Zegras shoots. He scores! Trevor Zegras buries his 14th of the year.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey. Tomorrow night, coverage begins after Sixers basketball on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
Oh, a save again by Vladar.
97.3 ESPN.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers excludes Traverse and Corvette excludes prior sales.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, get to Bennett Chevrolet now during our year-end blowout and save up to 20% off that new vehicle you've been dreaming of. Yes, Bennett is selling new vehicles at true GM supplier employee prices. Plus, you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20% off any new vehicle purchase. And with Bennett's available 0% financing, you'll save even more. Looking for pre-owned? Bennett's got a great selection. And we'll give you a minimum $10,000, no matter how bad your trade-in's condition. Yep, I said a minimum 10 grand for any piece of junk you bring us, however you bring it. Imagine how much more Bennett pays for good trades. And whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, there's never any hassles, never any haggles, and never any sales pressure. Because our sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive. Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Hey, Max Relief here. Did you know your tax debt is growing every minute? Look, it just grew again. Penalties and interest are added every day to your debt, and the IRS will take aggressive actions to collect. To protect yourself from garnishments, levies, and liens, call Max from Tax Relief Helpers at 800-718-0153 or visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com. If you owe $10,000 or more in tax debt, our licensed tax professionals are ready to step in immediately. Tax Relief Helpers negotiates with the IRS to settle your debt for less. Call 800-718-0153 now. At Tax Relief Helpers, we start every case with a real conversation. Your tax debt is personal, and your solution should be too. The IRS isn't waiting. Every second matters. Visit max.taxreliefhelpers.com now or call 800-718-0153. When tax brings grief, call Max Relief.
For Max Relief, call Tax Relief Helpers.
Hi, I'm Rob Stachini, and I'm a certified civil trial attorney at GMS Law. In 1971, Harry Goldenberg and Ken Mackler formed a partnership with the goal to provide quality legal services to Atlantic County. It's our belief that the client comes first, all the time, every time.
Make the right call to GMS Law with 4 convenient locations to better serve you. Atlantic City, Northfield, Rio Grande, and Vineland. Call us at 609-344-7131 or visit us online at gmslaw.com.
The Road Home Sales Event is on at BMW of Atlantic City, proud sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network on 97.3 ESPN. Drive the 2025 BMW X330 X-Drive, now $569 a month for 39 months, or finance as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months. Don't miss the moment. Get these attractive offers through January 2nd.
39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $51.29 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and doc fee. Available to well-qualified customers who meet BMW financial services credit requirements. Not all will qualify. See dealer for details.
Sal Vulcano, Everything's Fine Tour. One hilarious night of brand new stand-up material from Sal Vulcano.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth about Thunder. Did you tell me it's God bowling? I took that information to school. I got my ass handed to me.
Sal Vulcano live. Saturday, February 28th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. From Impractical Jokers and the Hey Babe and Taste Buds podcast, it's Sal Vulcano. On sale Friday, August 29th at 10 a.m. at theoceanac.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Take the winning drive to RK Kia of Vineland, where you get RK coverage, no charge. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com.
You're listening to The Sports Bash with Mike Gill on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Oh, see, Henning, when you hang with him, he knows what music to come back with.
I have no idea what this song is.
It's a Future song. Super Future. Rent Money.
I know Future. I just don't know
the
this.
intro off of his self-titled album. Oh, I know my future. Don't worry. I know it. We're back broadcasting live. Fanatics Sportsbook inside Ocean Casino Resort. Having a blast. Nick Earnshaw filling in for Mike Gill today. By the way, I'll be filling in tomorrow as well. Pete G will be riding shotgun with me on site producing. Josh Henning back at the studio per usual. We'll be at the Tropicana at Chickies and Pete's tomorrow. Have a lot of fun doing that. So we'll be right back at it tomorrow, right before the new year. A lot of fun today, reacting with you on the text board at 609-403-0973 to yesterday's Eagles squeaker of a victory, 13-12 over Buffalo for their 11th win of the season. We're inside the sportsbook right now. They were just showing that last play of the game, the non-converted two-point conversion.
And that was a bad miss by Josh Allen.
Bad miss.
That was really bad.
I think it was a bad call. I really do. McGarry agreed with me earlier in the show.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, those conditions were very bad yesterday.
They were.
They probably just wanted to get the hell out of there.
They had a shot at winning the division, and they're playing for seeding as well. Like, I would have sent it to OT.
New England won earlier in the day, so they locked up the AFC East with that win, right? So Buffalo.
So they were playing for seeding, though, right?
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Were they playing for anything, Josh?
The Bills?
Yeah.
They were still playing for the division.
Yeah.
And then when they lost yesterday, it takes them out of the division race.
Yeah, because they lost. They're out of it.
Even if New England won at 1 o'clock?
Yes.
That didn't have any weight on that?
Well, because New England was already had the game in hand because, remember, they went into the weekend, Patriots had 12, Bills had 11.
Right, so Patriots win at 1 o'clock. That puts them at 13 wins.
Right.
So the division is out of reach by then.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, one more text before we get out of here. Jerry and Brigantine, if the Eagles got one more first down against Denver, they would have won that game. They got one more first down yesterday, that ending wouldn't have occurred. One of you guys said earlier they played like they're up 27-0, we're up 13-0. What's going on? Yeah, they played like they were up 27-0 with the philosophy they went into in the second half.
They just
poor.
They tried to run out the clock, and they just couldn't do it, right? I mean,
I don't get it. The pass was working in the first half, and they just continued to go away from it. But, listen, we had a fun day today, reacting with you on the text board. Thanks to everyone who texted in. Thanks to Josh Henning back at the studio, PG on site as well. Scott Grayson, Mike McGarry, Jeff Mosher, all chiming in on the Sports Bash today. And for Mike Gill, I am Nick Earnshaw. We will see you tomorrow, 2 to 6. Same exact time. We'll continue with the Eagles discussion. We'll get into a little more Sixers and Flyers as well. Our last show before the new year. See you, everybody.